What episode is this?
Alright, welcome to episode 51 of Chaos Entropy. Today is November 27th, right before Thanksgiving, 2024, and let's get right into it.
Have any of you seen that the trailer for the new Zombies map?
Yeah, I saw it.
It seems I noticed like what was it 20 seconds in they added the old school the round changing music from back then in the trailer. And I was like, oh, why do they have to do that? I was like, why can't they add that into the new game? I thought it was actually a fun trailer, but I'm not playing it.
It looked alright.
It's people were like, "That's Ravenov," or whatever. I saw
I
the
mean,
community
I
online.
didn't know who it was at first. I was like,
I was so out of the loop for a second. I was like, "Wait, what character is this again?" I was like, "Because it was like it's like three different storylines connected now. Well, game wise, because you got the Chaos, you got the Vanguard, or whatever you call Vanguard, and then you got
isn't Vanguard just like a like prequel
it's
to
technically
Cold War?
yeah, I it
Yeah,
is, but
how is it technically? It is.
no, but people, like people still consider it like at the time it was still like its own thing just because people,
But
they didn't
they
really care about
reference
it.
Cold War. They even reference it in Cold
Yes,
War.
it was made directly. It was meant to be a prequel from
It was
Cold
made
War.
by
Yes,
Treyarch
but
too.
I just yeah, but I just meant the things that happened in that game though. We just assumed we would never see again or see the day of the light of day of it. Except immediately we got Kraft. And in the trailer they showed like statues of like big like giants and people like are they gonna bring those like gods back or something? So who knows? I mean it'd be cool. I mean I didn't really no one likes Vanguard, but it'd be cool to bring those things back in a better setting.
I don't know. I
Let's
don't
see.
really care for.
Have you ever do you know anything about the Vanguard storyline?
I don't know what
No.
happens. I only know about like it's a prequel
Yeah.
and
It has to do with Kraft the Doctor and like the gods and to be honest, I don't even know how to explain it. I just know parts of it. I watched like the storyline stuff beat by beat, but I didn't really care at the time because I was like, is this going to connect anymore? I was like, it's a prequel, so I didn't know if it was going anywhere.
yeah, I don't
But
know.
now I
So
know.
it is.
Yeah.
I mean, the map
But
looks
people were confused because they were like, who's was it? Who's your fourth person or whatever? Because who's the old guy in the first map for Black Ops 6?
Carver,
Uh, no,
Strauss.
Kraus or whatever he was. Yeah,
Don't you just
he,
play as
he wasn't
Elias?
in. I get. Oh yeah, because people assumed at first you were gonna use Ravenov, but sadly he's on comms. I think in the end of that first map though, I think wasn't Kraus. He was like F this. I don't want to be part. He was like I'm not going down this route.
The Hoop Strauss?
Strauss, I forgot. Yeah, yeah. Unless he
I don't
agreed to
know,
come, I
dude.
forget.
I don't actually. I don't pay attention to the story, so I don't know what's going
You just
on.
do the
But
cinematic, the ending cinematic.
Yeah, honestly, I think I'm in agreement with Brian here. I stopped paying attention the moment the boys left.
yeah. I mean, Cold War was a bit too wacky for me, so
Yeah.
I didn't really pay attention to it. I only know like Rick Toff. I
I'm
know,
talking about the
you
last
know,
map. Oh,
yeah, yeah. Terminus. I played
oh,
Terminus, but I don't even know what the fuck is. I'm just shooting zombies.
oh, oh, okay.
Like
I was following the story.
I don't know what is going on in the story.
Well, they're basically still trying to get Maxis out of the Dark Ether.
But how did Maxis even end up in the Dark Ether?
At the end of Cold War, with that big the Forsaken boss, she fell like she sacrificed herself by going into it in order to seal off the I guess the ball. Like, you kill the boss, but you have to seal the opening, if I remember, or something like that, and she was left on the other side. You assume she died, I guess. But, um, she was like, she was now presumed to be in the Dark Ether afterwards. Because in Modern Warfare Zombies, at the end, I don't remember, Jansen or whoever, she heard a voice, and that was how you knew, she was still alive, Maxis.
Wait, so doesn't that take place after uh Black Ops 6 Zombies?
Which,
Modern Warfare Zombies? Because they're all
uh,
dead.
oh yeah. I assumed it doesn't because it
Wait, what do you
leaves
mean,
with
oh
Maxis.
yeah?
I forgot, well, I forgot about that opening,
Well, it's not even that, it's even in the cutscenes. Like, you see
yeah,
Levi.
oh shoot,
And how
then,
does Modern Warfare take place before Black Ops 6? Black Ops 6 is in the 90s.
let me think, because they don't mention Maxis, but she's on the other side. It was brought up.
So what, they don't bring Maxis back for Black Ops 6, or they bring her back and then she gets kicked back in?
I don't know, dude. There's
And
definitely a
Treyarch,
Waffle Waffles
was Treyarch,
video explaining
Treyarch,
it.
was she,
Yeah.
I said she, Treyarch was working on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, was it, or no?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Then, oh, then I have no idea then.
Why did you say that, like, as if you knowing was gonna change the out? I knew that you didn't know. You
Okay,
knew that
shit,
you didn't know.
I thought I did. Because I didn't watch a lot of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and then I was watching the cinematics again, and I was like, oh, they mentioned this.
Yeah, no, there is a connection. I know that much. I've heard the connection, mainly because I was mindlessly playing zombies and listening to Raffle Waffles yap about the new leaks.
Alright.
And I heard him talk about it, but because I didn't play Vanguard, didn't even finish the rest of the Cold War story past Firebase, or like the yearly content past Firebase, and yeah, since I'm pretty much out of the zombies loop, some of what he said pretty much meant jack dick to me.
Yeah. Yeah, like honestly all I know is it's just Cold War again. That's all I know.
Yeah, it's Cold War Zombies 2.0, baby.
Yeah, and there's a lot of yeah, that's it.
Bring back double tap and mule kick, fucking please.
Yeah. I don't think they will,
Mm.
because I don't know, I feel like they won't now. Cause how they redid, cause it's Cold War Deadshot, and it's like all crit based now.
I know, but the double tap.
Double tap is fun, and it would be cool, but I feel like they're too stubborn to add double tap. Because in their mind, they probably see it as, oh, all it does is it just cuts the zombie's health in half, because you're doing double damage, and you shoot faster, and all this.
Oh wait, never mind. Modern Warfare 3
That's
wasn't
what we
actually
want.
Yeah, like, honestly, I'd rather have double tap than the stupid rarity upgrades. I don't like the stupid rarity upgrades at all. Though I have to give them
I
credit, they did, because of the rarity upgrades, it did fix the problem I had with wall buys being useless, because it's cheaper to
yeah,
get wall buys than user salvage.
yeah.
But,
Actually, I
yeah,
was gonna say that is something I have to commend them for, at least
yeah,
from Cold War. It definitely feels like, in terms of upgrading your weapon from whatever you're starting with, it definitely feels like you have way more options to go up the tier. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. And then there's like, they also kind of brought back that, Black Ops 3 system where there's a reason to kit out all your weapons in case you get them off the wall or this and that. So
Or the box, or yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I do have to give them credit. But
Well,
yeah.
No, I was looking more into it while you were talking. I realized I was wrong.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. You know, it's a month in, and I've been playing. What's it called? I finished the campaign finally, and
Do you play it each year or no?
yeah, except for last
Oh.
year, I just watched the cutscenes. Um,
I
but
feel like that's the
I don't know. I feel like personally, it's not. I don't know. I was hearing the hype about the campaign. How like this is like pretty good, like the best. I mean, yeah, it's solid, but I don't think it's like anything crazy, in my opinion.
I like the story.
I mean, I don't dislike it. I like it too, but I feel like it was just a bit too generic, in my opinion. Um, Especially when you're comparing it to like the previous Black Ops campaigns. I don't think you could ever
Yeah.
talk like I don't think
I
you
can
can ever
see.
like compare it to like Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. No, because like it just be at a complete disadvantage.
Oh, I see what you mean in that case.
And like
Oh yeah, if you compare, yeah, that does feel more generic. But
no, I mean like this
I
is literally like okay, I'm not saying it's a dog shit campaign, right? I'm not
no,
saying
it's
it's dog
generic
shit.
compared to
It's just really generic. Like the CIA gets I thought it was a deeper like level behind it, but literally it's just the CIA's been compromised, and then the Pantheon group. To be honest, they don't even like explain the Pantheon group that much. Like I know it was a former CIA
Actually,
division.
actually, I like to take this on a deeper issue
Oh my
because
fucking god.
no,
Okay,
no, no,
Treyarch. Okay.
no, 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 no. Actually, I'm on your side because,
Ooh.
like, who in the fuck is Jane Harrow and where the hell did she... She
Okay, yeah,
literally
no,
shows
okay,
her
yep.
face. She shows her fucking face for 1 second in the fucking first mission. And then she pops up at the end like you're supposed to give a damn about her existence.
Yeah, Marshall's like, I can't believe this. I can't. I'm like, who is this again? Like,
Yeah, I
also
was like, this
they
this
have
is
like the
this was a
greatest
character?
soundtrack. They have like the soundtrack like goes like to the 10th degree when it was revealed. It felt like a movie scene. So I was like, I remember watching that, I was thinking, well, I mean like that would be interesting if we knew more about this character beforehand.
but like, it's like also like, I mean, I'm not even like surprised at the same time because it was like, oh, this one character is a traitor, or this one character that we barely hear about is actually the character behind it all. You know, like it's not even
Yeah.
developed. It's I don't know. It's just like out of nowhere, and then like the last mission, you get all this exposition dump about her, and then I'm like, okay,
I don't care about your daddy.
yeah, and like, dude, the
Well,
part, what?
I when it comes to her character, I couldn't care less. But those actual like type of those seem fun though. But in the grand scheme of the actual campaign and her character, it's not as interesting. The missions themselves are like those type of like crazy, out of this world type stuff. That's what makes.
However, I will like to put in a side note because I think everyone can agree here. Despite the actual plot of the campaign being mid as hell, the one mission, I think it's Emergence, where you
The one
go
you
into
hold off?
the secret facility
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
and get a little whiff of some stuff.
yes.
That mission in particular fucking rocks.
That yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty cool. It
People
was.
complained about it.
I kind of like that one.
Yeah, that mission was sick as hell.
In
I
fact,
like the voice in his head
I
because we
like
still
yeah.
don't.
I do like the
Yeah.
schizo. I really like that. But the unfortunate part is they
He
decide not to
doesn't
go
control
into
him.
that, and they decide to
He doesn't
go
go
and
anywhere.
like it's just like a small. Oh yeah, you're playing. You are a schizo super soldier, and then they just
And
tuck it
that's
under the
it.
rug. That's it.
Until the
No,
next Black Ops.
no, no. It's so cool because they set this whole thing up in Emergence, only for
That's
the
true.
payoff to be like they play some music and then you just start choking her out in a
Yeah,
helicopter, and then
yeah.
it's like, and then what's worse is like neither of you are confirmed dead. Bro,
Yeah,
what?
I feel like this entire campaign was just a setup. Like,
Yeah, because I wonder who that voice is though. Like if it's even that important, the actual voice, or just the fact that he's a schizophrenic,
well,
under.
he gets the voice from the cradle.
Well, yeah, but I wonder if the voice itself was like from an actual person under the cradle's influence, or if it was just a voice that came out of, infected by the cradle.
Why are you worried
Because
about
he's
the
like,
voice?
I thought the
I don't know,
voice
I
was
found
just
it
the
interesting.
idea. Well, it's not zombie Zach, so he's not being controlled by
I
Samantha.
didn't even feel
So,
like that.
but I thought the voice was just like
And I
his
mean,
inner conscience being formed,
yeah,
and that's it. Like,
that's what I thought it was supposed to represent.
Oh, I
Because
took it pretty
because
real.
I no, I was gonna say if you're going where I think you're going, no, it is not another like. You're not, the next game isn't about to be like, this is actually Hudson with a female voice.
no.
If they brought back Michael Keaton as Hudson, but no, it has to be a woman then. I never even thought about Hudson. That'd be weird, but
Nah, I think it was just, a program voice. That's it, and nothing more. I feel like I would
I wish
actually
that
kind of
mission.
I would dislike it if they make it a big deal.
If pig person, yeah,
Yeah,
I wish that
I
mission mattered
agree.
more.
I agree. I would hate that actually.
I just think
Oh,
it'd be nice if it
I
was
assumed
just
it was an
schizo.
actual person. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he was just he
If
was
it's like,
really deep in
it's
his
just a
mind, in
voice.
his thought.
Yeah, like,
He's just a chill guy.
yeah. Honestly, if I could have, a schizo voice in my head and it just, like, every time it talks to me, I just, like, get locked in, I'd have it too.
Yeah, no, I'd genuinely be for it.
I think Case is, like, the most interesting character in this entire campaign.
Actually, I'd second that. I'd say he's like the next Bell. Like I
Yeah,
really fucked with Bell's character.
I really liked Bell. I was pretty upset that they never really mentioned him aside from that one side conversation you can have with Adler where he's like,
Adler.
let's not talk about that.
We don't mention my past around here.
Yeah. And then what's interesting is that
Preserved in the campaign.
wait, what?
And
He compared to Cold War, he's like, since what happened to him throughout the season, he's the most like reserved version of what we know.
himself, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
because the whole
I'm
time you're like,
surprised he's
is he gonna do something? Is he gonna do?
I mean, you kind of saw him go off in that one mission where he meets Sims again, and you're in the.
Yeah, he's having some fun. I think he's just letting off some steam.
My problem is like I didn't expect him to take so much of a backseat in this game.
I
Yeah,
guess
it was. Honestly, it was jarring because, especially the way they set up his character in Cold War, it was very much not like that.
Yeah, like he was like leading the way, but like he was like getting screen time, and I don't know, I like Marshall, but like I just don't care about this new team as much as I.
Yeah, that's also
I actually
something I kind well that's something I kind of and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But I was also like, who the fuck is Marshall? Can I have some setup for who this random character is?
Yeah, and then like I just don't know, like who's Jane Harrow, who new cast of characters, and they're suddenly working with Woods. I mean,
Who is Livingston?
who is Livingston? And then suddenly out of nowhere, the Pantheon in the first mission. I'm like, what are we doing here? What's going on? It's like so much exposition, so much, it's so fast paced.
It's very ironically, I think there is a Family Guy quote that works here. But as Peter Griffin has once said, it insists upon itself.
Yeah, like I just
They have the seasonal content way of doing campaign now, which is a little annoying.
I really
like-
hope that that's not the reason why they made the story the way it is. Like,
I meant the
But
last
even-
couple,
even
they,
but even
like ad-lib
then,
stuff.
no, because even then, even then that literally makes no sense.
Yeah,
Like, I just
Because
meant, like,
if you
stuff
look at
in
season
the
one's
Cold War.
story, the whole thing is about the French fucking syndicate,
I
and
don't
that
give a
wasn't even.
yeah, I don't give a fuck about the French
Isn't there, like,
syndicate.
mob families included as well? And stuff?
Yeah,
The only real reason the French syndicate in Avalon was ever relevant to the whole campaign was literally just the setup to the bank mission.
yeah.
They're also connected to the zombie storyline now.
Well, yeah, but that's not what we're talking. Like,
But like, yeah,
No,
like they're.
I just meant weird that they're both connected.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's ah. I don't know. I feel like it's so ham-fisted, the entire crime syndicate thing. Oh, they're connected to the Pantheon. Why would the Pantheon like connect themselves with a crime syndicate? Like, there's just too many questions like about the Pantheon. Like, so what? They were a former CIA division, and now like they're where do they get the money and shit? You know, like what
I assume from the crime syndicate.
so the
Yeah.
crime syndicate rules them?
I guess they sugar daddy
I mean,
or
that's
like
it.
they make some type of business exchange for
Yeah.
some they do something and then they get money returned.
But like, it's so dumb. Like, so then like it's not even a fucking CIA covert. Like, I just don't get it. I feel like it's a stretch. They're like stretching a lot when they.
But that's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
the only reason I reached that conclusion is because I'm like, well, the only thing cartels are good for is they have a fuck ton of money, so you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, and then I just
But I literally had to do what I said. Like, you have to really just like insist on the story being like, yeah, okay,
yeah.
I guess.
This isn't Black Ops 1. Somehow, man, Black Ops 1 did so many good things. Like, it just made, like, uh,
Honestly, I go on a hot take here. I go on a slight hot take.
ooh,
I think Call of Duty in the past made not not good games, but they made really at the same time really good games for what they were working with. You understand me?
yeah.
And I feel like that set them up with so much success that, you know, they became lazy, as we all know. But I mean, lazy to a point like, damn, bro.
I think it's just because, like, they don't have the same writers and the same people anymore.
But I mean, those people still gotta be around the industry. Like, they didn't just die and drop off the face of the earth.
Yeah, but I don't think, the thing is they're not working with the guys making Call of Duty anymore. But you can see the difference, like, for example, you can see the difference from Modern Warfare 19 when they actually got the original guy. Actually, no, the writers for Modern Warfare 19 was like an actual guy who, like, writes books. So, so like that was a different scenario. But like you kind of see like the tone and everything difference. And right now it seems like they're getting more like new people. I think they're still in the industry. I just think they're in you know, a section that nobody's hearing about.
Yeah, because like, you know, I still don't think like, I still don't think it's impossible to get a Black Ops 1 quality game. I'm gonna go on the record and say that.
Not by these people.
I think if we do get something like that, I don't think it'll be from I don't think it'll be from the current Treyarch team.
No. But I definitely think like the talent is there for us to get like the games that we want, you know?
I mean, yeah, we get the game is solid. It's just the story is not good as Black
Sucks.
Ops 1. Yeah, yeah. It's pretty like it's okay. It's okay. It's not like people were saying this is like the best Call of Duty ever. are you on drugs? How like this? It's fun, but it's not like the campaign doesn't sweep. Um,
I think if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong by this because I didn't actually watch this video because I could not be bothered. You got me fucked up if you think I watched a whole video like that. But I believe the Act Man kinda just put
oh,
it best. I think the way he titled it was just surprisingly good.
yeah, it was surprisingly good. I guess, yeah.
But that's exactly what we like. Surprisingly, like for what we got, we were like, damn, this is good. This is okay.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's okay. Like it's a solid game, but it doesn't. It's not like Modern Warfare 19 with the theming and the story. It's not like the original Black Ops with the quality. It's the multiplayer is solid and fun, but the maps suck.
Oh, the maps are so bad.
They're so bad. Like
I genuinely have a fucking horrible experience on every map.
yeah, like
What
even
keeps you playing?
Shoot house included. Like even for a small map, God, it
oh, you mean
sucks.
Steakhouse?
Or steakhouse, yeah, it sucks. It sucks for a
I
small
was about
map,
to say,
and
I'm
yet
like,
it's the
come on,
best one.
Shitmouse? I was like,
Yeah, because
they
like
gave up so bad that they brought Modern Warfare.
I mean like that's the thing. Like I don't know. Like there was a lot of hype behind this game. People were like, "This is gonna be the best Call of Duty ever." It's 4 years of development. I mean, it's okay. It's a Call of
I
Duty game.
I I never believed that it would be the best game ever.
yeah.
However, I definitely did think that the movement system and some of the promising changes would bring a change to Call of Duty that I think we kind of needed.
Here's the thing about the movement system. It's only a big thing. I feel like it's only big for me because I have the auto sprint on, but I can't imagine playing it without the auto sprint. Like you'd have to manually sprint in all directions, and I don't know. I just don't really see that. I mean, I'd like to have Omni movement rather than not have it, but at the same time, I don't think it's as big as a thing as they were touting. Um,
Hmm.
cause like I don't know. I mean, it's kind of you know. I don't know. I just think it's a solid game. I just don't think it was like anything defining like people were thinking. At least like the Treyarch guys were saying, like they were saying a lot of shit. They were saying so much shit. And I don't know, like the maps are subpar. Like a month in, campaign, okay. Multiplayer, okay. Zombies is a lot better than usual because the last years have been pretty subpar. Um, so I mean, I don't know, like tying it all together, it's okay.
Hmm.
So is multiplayer hindered at the moment just because of the maps, or more?
Yeah,
Honestly, yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
like
It's the
handily.
sole. It's
from
the
what I hear,
sole
yeah,
reason
I hear
that
that like the
you
actual
wouldn't play
multiplayer is
multiplayer.
good. It's just the map bring it down so
Well,
much.
actually, and it also suffers from the problem that like other Treyarch games suffer, and it's for some reason it's only Treyarch. It's like the desync and the server instability, so like it
Oh,
just gets in the way so much.
so bad, dude.
Oh, it's
And
still bad.
you're absolutely right. Like I even remember in Black Ops 1, dude,
hmm
it has been a thing in every single game they've ever put out.
Like,
I think
remember
I played
the meme with
it.
the Black Ops 2? How like everyone knows the
Oh, dude, the
icon.
fucking plug.
Yup,
Yeah,
everyone knows the Ethernet cord plug. Like, everyone knows it. I've never seen that in any of the Modern Warfare games.
I think I
Never.
got that
Like,
plug symbol in every Black Ops game.
That's the thing, like,
I,
it's always Black Ops.
Who knows? Maybe it is.
I genuinely don't think I've seen it in a Modern Warfare besides, like,
Looking back on my, yeah, I got it.
whatever games Infinity Ward had made post Modern Warfare 3, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
It was it
Infinite
was
Warfare.
whatever post Modern Warfare 3, I could probably see it in those games.
Yeah,
And
like,
even then, by that point, COD as an era had
I think
changed.
Ghost did, but I think Infinite Warfare was actually stable, if I remember.
And I played Infinite Warfare, question mark?
I did.
I know
I
you
loved the
did.
one. I played it more than the Modern Warfare Remastered.
the Modern Warfare
That
Remastered.
bothers me.
I cared about getting the Ripper against all the Ripper. I'll get that.
The Modern Warfare Remaster is alright.
It was okay at first, but then
That's like a game that I always point to when everyone's like, we want classic Call of Duty back.
they tried, but no one talks about it.
Well, they'll never do something like that again because like it messes with the main line. It splits the community.
Except that was the one year that you can split because no one liked Infinite Warfare. So.
But I don't know, like back on Black Ops.
Well, you know what I definitely, yeah, dude, that year was so complex.
All those years were pretty weird.
Nah, dude, but I'd say the Infinite Warfare year was the worst. Mainly because of the first, I'd say what really killed Modern Warfare Remaster was the sole decision of them to be like, you gotta buy our shitty game to get Modern Warfare Remaster.
Yeah. And it was
A year later,
also
it became standalone or something.
it was also that problem where you had to get you had to rebuy the DLC packs.
Yeah, you also had to buy all of the like map packs.
And then there was a weird unlock system back then to get all the guns.
Yeah,
The DLC guns.
and also, if I'm not mistaken, I forget if it was like a COD endowment. It was some type of DLC like that they had aside from the map packs that people were just like, yo, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. So I think it was and like it's weird because it was like a bonus game.
Yeah, honestly, I think what really killed that game was just some of the marketing decisions.
Yeah.
Like behind, just even saying some of those things out loud, like, why the fuck?
Yeah. But like on top of that too, like I don't know, I don't think there's really a mark. Like I don't think classic Call of Duty would. I don't know, I could be completely wrong, but I don't think like it would last like as solid as an entire year. I think people would be like on their like just like pissed off about it. They'd be just complaining about all the problems with classic COD.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting too because don't get me wrong, I would love a Modern Warfare remaster style game, especially for like a Black Ops. But I just know it also wouldn't work.
Yeah.
For next year's?
It just realistically, just like you said, it wouldn't work. I also agree it wouldn't work the whole year cycle. It would die way. I'm talking. I genuinely, if they didn't include the DLC and they made it free throughout the whole year, which I doubt they would, but if they made it like a free thing throughout the whole year to try to extend the game's life cycle, I doubt the game would make 5 months, is my call. And if they did include the DLC, I doubt the game even makes 2 months.
Yeah, cause like I don't know, I feel like classic Call of Duty is more of a gimmick. Like I feel like let's get on and play like 5 matches and then like you just never touch the game again.
Yeah.
Um,
If anything,
yeah,
that's where my conversation about zombies both starts and almost fucking ends because I'm just like, bro, if they would have made a full game of just COD zombies, I know it would sell, but I know they would also never do that.
yeah.
The only time they I still think about how Black Ops 1 ended with its final DLC just being zombies. No multiplayer maps. They never did that ever again, but
That's the thing. A part of me now feels like they'll never do a Chronicles again.
no. I think it only happened with the right people in charge that actually got it through somehow.
Dude, man, I want it, but dude.
Like
They
the more
also
I think
won't
about
ever do.
it, yeah, like the
They
Chronicles
won't ever
thing
do custom
and the
either.
Resurrection map pack, it kind of feels like another Modern Warfare like remastered situation. How like it just happened out of nowhere. It was like
Yeah.
I don't think we can because like people were expecting them to remaster the multiplayer from Modern Warfare 2, and they didn't even do that.
Yeah, they just did the campaign.
The thing is, it's ready. Like they have it. It's done and everything. They just don't release it. So I don't know.
Honestly, I think dude, we just gotta get rid of Activision.
Oh, good luck with that. Activision will never let Call of Duty go. They will
That's sort of
never
like,
let them go. The only way
it's
is
either Call of
maybe
Duty or
is you get like outside influence to influence this decision making, which apparently is what Microsoft is somewhat doing. I think Omni Movement is staying now probably forever, based on what I understand how the system works now. Um,
Call of Duty is helping.
like apparently how they do it now is they get all the guys together and they're like, okay, next year's Call of Duty, people like this, let's keep that. People don't like this, take that out, and then add something else in. So like, there's gonna be like a standard consistency that grows from there, I guess. Um,
I do miss what's his name? The guy who was at Sledgehammer and the guy who was at Dead Space.
oh
His name.
yeah,
Oakville or whatever.
yeah,
Glenn.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wish he was still doing Sledgehammer stuff, even though the reception wasn't always amazing. I still like aspects of those games, like the things they added in the DLC content were fun. Uh, but now he's gone forever, and he's probably depressed of like the gaming industry as a whole after a lot of his stuff went to hell during COVID and
But
company destroying his game.
I mean, he'd probably be depressed, but he's also probably filthy fucking rich.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm assuming
the guy paints on stage, yeah.
yeah, he I wish Callisto Protocol worked out better for him. But sadly, it came out the exact same time when the newer Dead Space came out around the same time.
No, they did not come around at the same time.
Wasn't it within a year?
No, it came out. Didn't Callisto come out before?
Yes,
No, it did, but
way before.
I'm certain that new Dead Space came out within like a year
Not within the
of
year.
Callisto. Let me look it up. I swore it came out like around the same
Callisto
time.
came
Maybe
out.
2 years.
Yeah, no, Callisto came out.
I could see 2 years, but definitely not a year.
Didn't it like even come out around Cyberpunk?
Yeah, it did.
December 2nd, 2022 was Callisto.
Oh, so it was after Cyberpunk.
Dead Space.
A little bit after, yeah.
No, Dead Space came out 2023.
Yeah, January. Yeah, the
It
next
was up
month.
against stuff like Resident Evil 4.
I'm saying it came out the next month.
It did?
Yeah, because I just said December of 2022 was Callisto, and January
Oh, so they
2023
did come
was
out
Dead Space.
within a month.
That's what I was saying. It was not the best time. I mean, he came out first, but literally the game that he was known for, their company came out with theirs the next month. Pretty messed up.
Yeah, so his old creation squandered the
Yeah,
new.
it's like they
But
wanted
even then, like
Callisto.
I heard, like what's it called? Like Callisto had problems with its own, like a lot
They
of
did,
performance
they
issues.
pushed. You know what the funny thing is? They did fix those pretty quickly within like the first. I would say the first month. They had like 80 updates. I was like, I've never seen a game do this many updates within a month.
I think the main reason I didn't really play it was I still have it.
I
I
played
can download it.
I played it because I got it for free.
I got it for
With,
free too. I can install it
I
right
also
now.
got it for free,
Oh, okay.
and I beat it.
I got it when it came out for free,
I
and I
feel
played a third of it, and then I got stuck, and then I just stopped playing.
I feel like
I beat it on the hardest difficulty.
my main problem is that you can't. There's no closed helmet. That's the only reason why I'm not playing it.
There's what?
There's no closed helmets.
Oh, I never really, yeah.
I'm sorry, I think that's a dumb reason.
Yeah, I mean that's just how. That's why I don't play. That's why I like Dead Space because I like the entire look. I like the closed helmets. I like all of that. There's just no variation in the armor from what I saw, so I was like, I just really never got around to play it.
Oh,
Yeah, but unlike
okay.
the Dead Space, you
Yeah.
don't really get to like the focus isn't really more customizing your armor. It's more like a survival horror where you
Well, I
like
mean,
upgrade your
the thing
suit.
in Dead Space is it was never about customizing armor. It was just the aesthetics of the armor. Like you get armor that's
know
relevant
you
to the
meant.
setting.
Yeah.
My problem is
Yeah,
like,
like
it
each
just
setting
never
of the
like
armor
it was
was
always like the same, relatively the same armor that like it was just relatively the same armor. Like there's no like clothes, there's like no variation. There's no like
yeah, even when you're in the
actual
snow
change.
or any, yeah.
It was always like the same helmet that showed his face, and that was it. So I don't know. Me when I play, that's why I like play Halo. I like having cool armor. I like all that stuff. That's why I got
I
into
just
Dead Space.
realized.
It was because like you're wearing this cool armor. You're masked up. You're fighting space aliens, zombies. That's why I liked it.
Could I
So
could I presume that
I just never got pushed to play it.
most games you play are if they have like a cool face on?
Oh yeah, that's why I like playing Fear. Fear's cool because like the guy's all masked up. He's wearing the red goggles.
Yeah.
And the game's cool. Like, I mean, you look cool, you feel cool.
Is that why you also got into For Honor originally?
For Honor, you just play. That's why I play as the Knights, yeah.
This makes so much sense.
I mean, of course it makes sense. That's why, like, every single guy in Dark Souls I play, I always choose the guy with the helmets.
Well,
Every guy I play, even in Call of Duty, it's always the masked up guys.
that's true.
Everything, it goes back to that. It's
Zach,
all, everything
Are you
about that.
just now realizing this?
I don't think about it. I just play whatever games we play.
So yeah, I mean, it's a
Like,
simple
like,
reason,
this
yeah,
is-
but I mean, it is a pretty big reason in my opinion. It's why I like Case, because like Case literally wears a mask every single time he's in the damn campaign. He wears the same mask every time. He's a schizo masked up super soldier. It's pretty cool.
Oh, what was I gonna say? You know the company, the studio Firewalk? The one who made,
Yeah.
Concord, I think? Yeah. I didn't realize this, but, you know, Elena Sigmund, you know, the singer for Zombies, she was a producer on there for a while, but she left 2 years before Concord came out, and, they were asking her in an interview about it, and she was like, I don't know how it ended up like that from when I was there. She said she said almost a lot of the people from Firewalk came from Bungie. It was like a lot of Destiny people. So she assumed
Really?
back when she was, yeah. So like when they were making the game, they felt like everything felt good. It was like it wasn't gonna be another Destiny per se, but it was gonna be a good game from what she projected. But she left 2 years before for like personal reasons. And then the game comes out, total opposite of what she would have assumed. And but she's on a different game now. But she's on because in the interview she was talking about how when she was working at Bungie during she was there from like she was doing all the marketing and she was producing executive producer stuff. So she was there for like the you know the famous the Luke Cave and all that stuff, and then uh she greenlit for Forsaken to be made, like from the money perspective from Activision and stuff. She literally put the stamp on going that direction of, you know, Cade and everything. I was like, holy crap. Well, I was like, my favorite singer from Call of Duty is also the reason for a lot of the good stuff in Destiny. I was like, I forgot, she's like a video game
You think
executive
she must
producer
have saving
and
face when she said she didn't understand like what happened?
well,
Yeah.
she also said she also said she simply didn't know what happened within those 2 years after she left. She knows the people, but she just... I mean, maybe she
Because like
is,
the thing is,
but
like the game was in development for 8 years.
I know. That's why I'm like... I like but I would feel it's hard to... If you worked on a
So
game...
at some point, you had to see that shitty art style and been like, dude, we are not cooking.
Maybe, but... I
Wait,
mean,
did she even know what the problem was with Concord?
no. She was away from that before Concord even came out, so like she was already on a different project and everything.
Yeah, but like when she was asked the question, was she
She
even
was...
aware what people?
Yeah,
what
she was
people's
aware
complaints
about
were?
Concord and what happened to it.
Everyone is aware of what happened to it, but was
I
she
don't know.
aware of why it happened, like why it failed? Because she obviously says it wasn't like that 2 years ago, so she knows there's like a difference. She knows it failed, and it failed for a reason, but does she know why it failed? Like, the reason why it failed?
She said she didn't, but, you know.
So what was the difference between...
She didn't really bring up, like, what the game was like. I guess maybe to save face, or like...
That's what I'm saying. So like if the game wasn't like that, then what was the game? Like how could the game be any different? And was she even aware of like?
Yeah, I have to
like,
look at
what does she mean by like it wasn't like that 2 years ago? So like what 2 years ago
she was
it didn't have the same
when
problems that people do right now.
Yeah, she I think she said like when she was on the game.
Well, the problem is we have an unreliable narrator.
Yeah.
You mean me?
Yes, I mean you.
Oh, okay.
Who else could I mean?
I don't know.
You're the narrator. You're telling us the story.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. I wasn't thinking
God.
about it.
Come on, Zach. Get your head in the game. What are you saying?
I'm tired. Never mind. I don't remember what else she said. You have to watch it.
Oh my god.
You made me lose track of everything.
God damn it! I saw you fishbowling, and I was just like, dude, where is this going?
I wasn't going anywhere.
Clearly.
No, I was going so I don't remember.
Oh my fucking god.
It was an interesting story, but I don't remember.
Oh my god.
Well, Amy Sherwood, ladies and gentlemen, a person who works on COD Zombies and also does stuff in the gaming industry, I guess.
Sigmund, Elena Sigmund.
Amy Sherwood.
That's who I heard come from Zach's mouth the first time.
Who the fuck is Amy Sherwood?
Oh, if I'm not mistaken, also another COD Zombie singer.
Oh,
Amy Sherwood.
Sherwood makes music, but Elena Sigmund is the singer.
Where you? I thought when I heard Amy, I thought of that lady who did Uncharted.
I was thinking of Amy Pascal.
Amy Pascal?
Who the fuck is Amy Pascal?
I don't know. I think I just made that up.
Oh my god.
Bro, are you schizo?
Yeah, you're schizo.
I don't know. I resonate with Case, I guess.
I really vibe with his story.
I like the story.
Case is just like me for real.
Yo.
No one understands me just like...
He's just like me for real, for real.
You don't have that voice either, you know? That's Sue's common voice. Amy Sherwood, that's a
Well, in other news in COD, I would like to have some type of discussion about Citadel de Mars while we were briefing up on it. Have you guys heard of the leaks about the map in general?
I only seen the one like the loading screen art. I don't really know much about the apparently like it's supposed to be like really close to what's it called? Fucking the Horizon track. At least in similar
I
vibes.
guess. Yeah. Or at least, I don't know. That's what everyone has been saying, but I still have yet to see Treyarch be like, yeah, this is supposed to be like
They
the
never said
rival
that
to
themselves,
the
yeah.
Eyes and Drake, you know?
Yeah.
Because I still feel, and I believe I heard Raffle Waffles mention this, but I kind of believe him, because I mean, it makes sense. I believe that they're gonna do a castle and like a Resident Evil like village
Yeah.
style.
Like Resident Evil 4 almost too.
Yeah.
That's where I
Like
was going.
I feel like it's gonna be. I feel like the castle is just the thing that they're showcasing to get people interested. But I feel like it's gonna be like this massive area.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, Terminus shows, like, we have the potential for really big zombies maps.
Do you think this will be bigger than Terminus?
I don't think so.
I don't think it'll be bigger than Terminus, but I think because a lot of space in Terminus is just water.
That's true.
Water.
Linking everything together, yeah.
Used to
I
water.
feel like if they were to actually use all of, like, and I mean all of the space, vertical and horizontal,
Yeah.
you could make a really big zombies map.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's probably a basement area, like a whole underground, maybe.
Whoa, I would go there. Maybe, because people were saying the same shit. I'm like, the fucking basement thing was the funniest shit about Liberty Falls. Like, everyone was like, maybe there's a basement area to Liberty Falls. And it goes underground.
Yeah. Liberty Falls might have connected areas for DLC, they said.
I think, yeah, I heard, like, they said it was supposed to be scary.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It does have more of
They said it was supposed to be scary. I don't know if it will actually be scary. That's like, trying to be scary and being scary are two different things. It's hard for me to see it, especially since it's like, it's like this.
I mean, yeah, especially there's not many times I feel like ever in COD Zombies to be real with you that they've, you know, tried to be scary.
The original maps were scary.
No. I was gonna say my little comma there was like really I'd say the most horror aspect is just anything pre like BO2. I at least I'd have to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything pre BO2.
Yeah, because even BO1 had sonically.
No, BO2 had BO1, excuse me, had a lot of horror element.
Yeah, Kino.
Playing that, it freaked me the fuck out sometimes.
Yeah, Kino was like pretty good. I think it was
After Dark, yeah.
well, the atmosphere, just even like the elements. Like if you actually watched like the theater tape,
Yeah.
how like everyone's normal and then that one slide, everyone's
Oh,
glowing
dude,
beady eyes.
yeah. Dude, and how whenever if you activated the Easter egg, you could see like the footage on the massive theater.
Yeah. Yup.
And dude, and it'd be like this, like, obviously it was like CGI, but it'd be like this real, like, it's like, almost like found footage style.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
And then like the elements back then were just different. Like even like the round change music and like the zombie voice, like the
Sam voice.
Yeah, Sam voice. It was just different. It was a different era. It was just a different aesthetic. And ever since like post Black Ops 2, I just can't really see you know.
I think they're trying to bring it back though. At least
I don't know about that.
And even then, I don't see it because Terminus wasn't scary.
Liberty Falls was not fucking scary.
Liberty Falls, oddly enough, is like Town 1.5.
Yeah.
well, I mean, I haven't played, so I don't know.
It's just.
Well, you don't
it's
even
just,
have to play it. You can just look at it.
yeah,
I did
you
look
just-
at
you
it,
just
but
watch footage.
Town, I don't know.
Well,
I mean that's what it is. It's just Town 1.5. Like it's not Town 2.0 because honestly I'd still prefer the original Town layout. I
Did you
just
ever
want
play
Town back.
the town remaster custom zombies thing?
Do I
Or they
own a desktop PC with Black Ops 3 installed, motherfucker?
Sorry.
Thank you. I know
Have
you
you ever
own
seen
it. No, actually, I'm not.
Okay.
But
They added like, you know, like the bowling alley
Yeah,
section.
the bowling
they
alley.
reopened it.
yeah.
Which I guess that is more. Thinking back, I guess that this is more like Town 1.5.
But like it doesn't. I don't know. Like town wasn't even really that scary. The only map that
No,
was
town wasn't even a scary map.
It
I
was a
just think
great.
town was a good casual map that people loved.
Yeah, I think
It might be the. Do you think it's the best casual map?
No.
I'd say like Kino is the best casual.
I'd say Kino.
Kino, any of the original maps. Anything where like it's just you got the base mechanics and that's it.
So do you any of the World at War maps are top
Yeah.
contenders or no? Oh.
Yeah, honestly, I was gonna say Knocked.
Knocked, yeah.
Knocked is like
Knocked is
the casual map.
That's true.
Knocked
I feel
is
like
the
I would play
casual.
Nox.
It's like old school casual though.
I would play that more than Shino Numa for some reason, even though I like them
For
all.
some reason,
I
I
like
Shino Numa.
I like Shino Numa.
no like I get bored in Shino Numa.
I'd say Shino Numa is like the first of the new casual maps. Like Knocked, Varrock, you have to lock down. Well, Shino Numa, you can just go on and on.
I agree. My only issue with Shino Numa is they also introduced something that I really didn't want in zombies, which was that fucking slow you down ass mud mechanic.
Oh yeah, that was. I mean, yeah, I just never went into that area. I always went to like the first area near like the spinning clock.
You're right, but I always liked running past that area to train around the whole map, you know. And every time I would run there, I'd be like, "Oh god, dude, I swear if this one zombie comes from the fucking side, I'm gonna lose my shit."
That's the first map with Wonderwalk, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where it was introduced.
Yeah.
I wonder what map they're bringing it back. If they do. I mean, after all, it's nice cinematic for Liberty Falls.
Actually, funny enough, they already brought it back in like Modern Warfare Zombies.
Yeah.
That is true. I just
like,
meant in this game, I wonder what map they'll do.
I again reinstate, you think they're gonna bring it back?
It's in the cinematic. We know it's in the game.
I mean, it's in cinematic, but like, we've also, I mean, I've seen games do that before.
That is true.
Yeah, like Destiny.
They'll flat. I mean,
or like
Destiny, sure, but I was gonna say even old COD is notorious for flashing a gun in your face and then being like,
oh, like the 1911s.
Or a perk. I meant in game.
I don't know. I think it will eventually come. I just don't think it will. You know.
It's only Vertoffens. It's only none of us.
Well, a lot of people were saying, or at least there's a lot of speculation that supposedly next Thursday, December 5th, there should be either what I've heard is gonna be the new Wonder Weapon, which is rumored to be elemental swords. Yeah.
Isn't that because I saw Waffles holding a sword or something?
Well, it's been leaked. It's been data mined.
Yeah. I didn't look at this stuff.
Yeah. That was one of the part of what I meant of. Have you seen?
Oh, you know what? I did hear about that because people were happy. They were like, "Please, yes, another melee Wonder Weapon."
It's like a bunch of elemental swords.
Yeah. And
after
I really hope that is true. I mean, we really have the melee slot. It'd be perfect.
The Crystal Axe back in was it for?
And I hope that if they do introduce Mule Kick, it just gets rid of your melee slot.
They might put Mule Kick in like a Well, no, never mind. They already have all the augments for all the perks in the game.
I hope they make it so like you can hold triangle to get a certain gun out. You know, like how in Destiny, like you hold triangle to get the third.
Oh,
yeah. I like that.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
feel like it would still be like Black Ops 3. Okay, you'll just take one.
Oh yeah, fuck you, randomly scroll through your weapons for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I hated that.
I feel like they would bring back Mule Kick over Double Tap first.
Yeah, they did that in Cold War.
Yeah. I'm trying to think any other perks that they...
Cold War, because I never finished out the year for Cold War. What perks did Cold War end up getting throughout its cycle?
The only new perk was like Elemental Pop.
Yeah.
I think they brought back... Did they bring back Who's Who?
No, but they brought... What's that Black Ops 4 perk that they brought back? The Sense one where you can,
the one where you see the walls.
Yeah, it's not Vulture, but it's the, yeah.
Depth perception.
Yeah, depth perception. They brought that.
They brought everything else except for Double Tap.
Yeah, there's like 8 perks. Right? 8 perks, I think. Yeah, the only new one was the pop one, yeah.
Elemental Pop.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember now if they're... Oh, well, Tombstone they brought back.
Yeah,
which was weird.
Yeah, they brought back Tombstone.
I was surprised. I was like, of all perks. I was like, of all perks.
They brought back Tombstone. Yeah, I feel like they brought back almost everything except for Double Tap. And
they'll never bring back Who's Who.
Yeah, I barely hear about Who's Who.
Because it's only on one map. Technically, Electric Cherry was only on one map.
They didn't bring back Electric Cherry.
At least it's back now.
Honestly, they've cucked Electric Cherry just as bad as they've cucked Double Tap.
At least it's in the game.
Oh man, now you're reminding me of Widow's Wine now, like...
Oh yeah, they gave up on that.
That's another thing too, you saw Widow's Wine in the patches for Modern Warfare Zombies, but they never actually added it in. But now it's like semi-in this game.
No, it is, as, which, I don't even remember which person.
Oh my god. Wow. No, I just looked up Who's Who because I forgot, and oh my god.
Isn't Who's Who technically in the game now?
Is it?
I mean...
No, they had Dying Wish.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you can use there's Dying Wish instead of Who, yeah.
That's
where it gives you like vulnerability with 1 health.
Yeah.
People love Dying Wish, but I never played enough Black Ops 4 to care.
Yeah, dude, I remember Who's Who.
It's at a certain round, you're never getting back to your body.
Yeah.
It could be like round 30, you're like, oh, this is F. Because you have no perks on you as a dead body. You get hit like, was it, the 3 times or whatever?
Yeah, you get molested.
You know, the one map where the Who's Who just sort of sucks, that was created. Because you could never get back to your body. I'm trying to think if there's another perk that they forgot about in the history of, well, besides all those Black Ops 4 perks, they brought some, but we don't talk about the others. Or like Winter's Howl.
People want them to bring back the one where the wolf comes out.
Oh, I don't even know what the hell.
No, the wolf from Black Ops 4. I forgot what
Yeah, you have like a companion perk thing. It'll come out and be like
1.5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know.
It took forever when I played it.
Do you think Winter's Howl will ever come back, or since they technically have...
What is Winter's Howl? I keep on thinking of the fucking weapon.
Oh no, sorry, not Winter's...
It was just like, it wasn't it?
It's
Winter's
Wine.
Shitty... It was like the shitty, like, freezing, like, revolver, wasn't it?
No, sorry, I meant
Winter's Howl.
I meant Winter's Wail.
Winter's Wail, I think, is the perk.
It's Widow's Wine, but like snow or ice or whatever. It,
Oh, yeah.
but it was. I don't think it was as good if I remember.
Nah, they
That's
tried
what
to
it was.
nerf a lot of shit. Funny enough, they
Yeah.
tried to nerf. They made the game hard in like the weird ways and easier in the worst ways.
Remember in Black Ops 4, after like a couple weeks, they upgraded your health, your base health.
Yeah, they basically just gave you
They were-
chug.
yeah, they were like, okay, we'll upgrade your health.
I
I
didn't like that.
was like, why'd you do that? Oh, remember they had AI bots you could put in the game?
Yeah, they just destroyed the game. But it got to a point where like they were better than me in every way.
Yeah,
They
literally.
remind me like a thousand.
I remember we were playing Mob, and
Yeah.
I don't think we had John for that session.
Yeah.
And John's replacement was Richtofen, if I remember correctly.
Bro, Rick Toppin carry.
And dude, I remember he was a god. He was a god among men.
Lore
Yeah.
accurate Rick Toppin.
Yeah, he was lore accurate Richtofen.
Lore accurate Rick Toppin.
He was Ultimus Richtofen.
Yeah, but like the problem with
the better one.
I just started falling asleep because he was carrying so hard.
He was so replaced.
That was the
He was just
problem.
living. He was living the storyline in front of us.
Yeah, like that was the problem with the bots and with Black Ops 4 in general for me. It was just too easy until like there was a certain part where like it just got too hard, like out of nowhere, and like it becomes like just too much to handle.
Remember, bro, me and you, we went. I found out how to first get the magma gat initially.
Yeah.
That took forever. That took so long just to do these tedious steps. And I was like, oh, I did it! I was like, oh, it was the most hellish, where you had to stay in that, like, house for, like, a round or whatever, get all these kills. Looking back, that map is maybe one of the most tedious maps.
That map made me not like Mob anymore.
I don't... It was just... Well...
Before that map, Mob was like top, like, it was that or... It was like, it definitely had a slot in the S tier, but now like... I just don't like it.
I think
I agree. Take
uh,
wholeheartedly.
Yeah, like...
what's your favorite Black Ops 2 map, then?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. Some of my top picks for the Black Ops 2 roster are not very popular, but I feel strongly about them. I'm gonna go off rip, obviously. Origins is number fucking one.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, I was like, after months of playing, I thought that would make
I
you
kind of
number
don't
one.
like Origins as much. I like it, but it's like either low S or A tier for me.
But I also agree with that. I feel like I feel like it's been so long that I've been playing on Origins. I feel like fucking Richtofen by this point. Like I've done the cycle
Yeah.
so many
the
goddamn fucking
Richtofen.
times. By this point I'm turning into the Black Ops 3 Richtofen where I just want to find myself and just shoot myself in the fucking head.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely like Origins. I feel like if we weren't going for the Easter egg, I'd definitely put it higher. But yeah, just going after the Easter egg just pissed me off.
And I don't even think it was our time playing it. It was genuinely just like I've had so much time of just playing Origins, bro. I'm done with it.
Yeah, like Origins. And plus, like, okay, if you get the perk bottles and you get everything set up, it's fun. But
I'm still, like I said the other week, Buried's still my number one.
I do like Buried. Fuck. I can't even
I also like her. I
I can't
have so
even
many
think about
gadgets.
Mob
Buried.
anymore. Then what was the other one? It was Die Rise. Die Rise just
The
kinda
best thing
sucks.
about Mob was just the hatchets.
Oh, the Hell's Redeemers, yeah. Hell's Redeemers. But
And if
damn,
I'm not
G-
mistaken, I think that was one of the first few, if, like I said, if I'm not mistaken, the first of few little, like, secret weapons that you could actually upgrade.
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, because you upgrade from Hell's Retriever to Hell's Redeemer.
No, I know. I was thinking of you
Like,
couldn't upgrade the
like,
monkeys until Black Ops 3.
yeah, because, like, I think that map either introduced or was, like, the first of few to do it, because I know you also had the spork.
You had the Golden Spork. You also have the
Yep.
Afterlife mechanic, which made things pretty interesting.
Well, you can upgrade the spork, right? It turned into the golden, or
Mm-hmm.
okay, that's what. Yeah, you have to get like I forgot how
Bro,
many kills.
when I heard about the Golden Spork, I thought it was on one of those, like, Batman appears on the fucking hijack map.
Yep, I thought it was a fake
I
Easter
thought it
egg
was
by
fake.
I remember
Chaos X
McCallahan.
Silencer or whatever.
No, also what's that other guy, Jimbathy or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
McCallahan Industry.
So, in order to get Batman to come out, you gotta run on the treadmill and then knife the treadmill. And then you look behind you, Batman will fly out of the water.
You know, it was believable back then. I was like, yep, that's what it looked like.
Insert the most shitty CGI of...
Insert PNG of Batman flying.
No, even worse, insert fucking Gmod footage.
Yeah. I believe the hijacked one on Black Ops 2.
Yeah, the hijacked one was really convincing.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's sick. I was like, I wish I could.
It's like something they would do, because like, it's just like a low-effort PNG that just comes out.
You know, Battlefield had that. They had like that whale or something on one of the maps.
Battlefield had too many though. Battlefield, especially depending on which one.
Yeah.
Like Battlefield 3 and 4, oh dude, that game is riddled with them.
You know, I think Battlefield 1 also, or one of the other ones
like
also had one.
There was like a shark.
Yeah, they had the...
You had the shark, you had the couch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the couch.
Oh, I remember the couch. The couch was awesome.
The couch, dude, the couch was so fucking awesome.
Battlefield 5 has a finger gun you can find.
Oh,
yeah,
the finger gun.
I was like, what the frick? What?
Everyone knows about the reload animations. Those aren't special by this point.
Yeah. There's like, what's it called? There's like a box of donuts and Hardline that you can go up and like,
Yeah.
fucking donuts.
The good old days.
Dude, oh, Hardline was such a good game.
Oh
Fuck.
my god. Yeah.
Me and Brian talked about if it was truly, well, I mean, I think it
No,
was...
Hardline was looking back and man, dude, Hardline was such a good... Hardline was such a good Battlefield.
I like the game mode in it too.
Well, we took that game for granted.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was supposed to be, because it wasn't as good as Battlefield 4, but little did we know nothing would be
It was
as
the
good
best.
As, yeah, like
Yeah, it was the best, bro.
Nobody would go back at that level, and like even now, like Hardline beats some of the new ones. Like
Hardline genuinely stands on his own so fucking hard, dude.
Hardline.
Plus the maps are actually, I like the maps a lot.
Wow.
You don't like them?
No, I'm just in awe, man, because I just got remembered how we'll never get a Hardline again.
Bro,
We used to play that,
like, there's no way, because First World doesn't even make Battlefield games anymore. That was the only Battlefield game they made.
I don't know how they got the job.
It was so good. It was so good.
They never made a game like that before, I don't think. They never.
Like,
And then
don't get me wrong, the game had issues out the fucking wazoo.
Yeah, but it never stopped us playing.
Holy fuck, was everything in that game so fun to play.
You can use the special gadgets are fun. There's a harpoon.
Dude, genuinely, one of the first few shooter games that actually had like a fun open world segments.
I just like driving around in a
Yeah,
shooter.
dude, I was love driving around, fucking drive-by shooting.
Yeah, let's take the police car or like the frickin' FBI like SWAT car.
Yeah. It was a different era.
Yeah, because if you try playing it now, there's only one server with 2 people on it. It's bad. It's bad.
I wonder if they're good.
It's the same guy. I've met the same guy on the server 20 times in a row.
Bro, he's probably schizo. He's probably
way,
everybody else playing with him.
He's on there 24/7. It's never zero. It's just one. One of one. Can you imagine if they remaster? I mean, they wouldn't, but if they ever did remaster Battlefield, it would be weird. It would be funny, but also messed up if Hardline was the first.
But it would never be the first because let's be honest, and I think everyone knows collectively
No,
in
yeah,
the
but
room,
it would be insane,
it'd be
though.
bad. It'd be bad.
I don't think they could. Can they even? Do they even?
Why can't they?
Well, I mean, like, I'm just saying, like,
Why can't
Dice
they?
Network. I wonder how they remaster. Is it the
Actually,
publisher
yeah,
who
that is
the
good.
crew, or
Because they don't... Actually, no.
Dice never made it? But I don't know if that matters. I guess would Dice have to or whoever making the new Battlefields have to.
Knowing how they operate, I don't know if they would, because like, I don't know.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't now. But
Oh yeah,
they also don't have a reason not to.
yeah, you're right. Well, I mean, it could be
People would play.
they don't want to split the player base.
The player base, yeah. But I mean,
What player base?
That's pretty funny.
And I'm one of them, but actually not
Yeah.
at the moment.
That's the thing.
I
mean,
was
like,
playing Battlefield 4 yesterday on console, and I was like, oh wow, it's so fun to see lobbies still,
'Cause
even if there's not that many.
if you bring back a classic like Bad Company, it's staying for a while, right? And
Yeah, most
might
people played
interfere with the main line.
Most people
Yeah.
played the Bad Company stuff on or like the Battlefield Portal stuff in 2042. I don't know if I would play. I never got into Bad Company as much. I had the game, but that was never my Battlefield.
well, of course, because it was from before your time. You young fuck.
Actually, Zach hated Battlefield back then.
I know. It only took one game of convincing with you.
Bro, I had to force him to play Battlefield 4.
Yeah,
It was like,
and then we did, and I was like,
I
oh, it's
hate
pretty fun,
Battlefield.
right? I turned 180 probably within a day.
Yeah, man. I was like,
Well, because I think I hate it because a lot of these games before, I guess I was solo playing multiplayer for a very long time. So when I was a kid, I was like, this is pretty boring. Because I only knew the Call of Duty mindset.
bro, I played Battlefield 4, I was like, how the fuck does anyone find this shit boring? It's like, shit was just falling apart, like, it was real war, it was
It's
awesome.
because I sucked at it. At the time, I couldn't snipe, I couldn't get any kills, so I chalked it up to it
I
being
mean, you
boring.
still can't snipe and you still can't get any kills.
Yeah,
What
no,
changed?
I
What
changed,
changed?
man.
What changed,
That's
bro?
all I do is snipe.
Why can't you change, like, why can't you snipe in Warzone?
Oh,
Your
that's
ass.
Call of Duty. Well, you know, it's
Your
easier than
ass.
Battlefield. Hey man, yeah? I'm
Yeah?
I respect the fuck out of you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah?
Damn.
Oh, that was a good one.
I do in fact suck.
But it's okay, so do all three of us. We're washed, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, that's agreeing.
We're washed.
Damn. Now I'm
That's
just
why-
reminiscing
that's-
on every good moment.
That's why we're the old men on the internet talking about video games.
I mean,
not even. Like, we're
Whatever
supposed to-
whatever else comes to our table.
I think we're still young, bro. I don't know.
I don't know,
Are
man.
we old?
Yeah, dude, we're old.
Damn.
I don't
I had
think
to,
so.
not like we're old, but like,
No, because like there's still 40-year-old dudes
Yeah, they're
playing like,
like,
you know,
I remember when freaking Super Mario came out day one.
not
yeah,
even.
yeah, yeah.
Because like there's also like the, what's that called? Like the, like the phase dudes got big around this time.
And look at them now. They're all just 20-year-olds. None of them.
There's like dudes in their late 30s, like, you know.
They're not even part of
Yeah.
phase anymore, most of them.
But I mean, if you look at all the phase members, to be fair, the only one anyone actually cares about is Jeff.
Yeah, because he still
Yeah,
plays.
and he's barely phase.
Yeah, and even then, he barely plays, well, like, he's been playing the hell out of new COD. He always has, but everyone actually likes it when he literally plays anything else but COD.
Yeah. Because he at this point, he's just
What exactly is the point of
YouTuber.
phase?
Well, I guess they still do esports stuff. That's the whole point of why they're still a thing, but
But it's not like, it's not even like, I don't even fucking know the other phase guys.
you wouldn't because they're all...
Yeah, outside of Jev,
Yeah.
who's literally there just to save face for the company, pretty
And
much, in my
Banks,
opinion. And
Banks
maybe
is like
Banks,
owner.
who's an OG, but he literally fucking owns FaZe. Yeah, he owns FaZe.
Like they got,
And then,
they made a big
bro,
deal like they got Snoop Dogg, but what's the point? Like, what, Snoop Dogg gonna
I
play?
read their... You know what's funny? FaZe had a DC comic that came out a couple years ago. I don't know how they did that or how they
Oh,
went
is it
to
like the
DC.
Fortnite with the Ninja book?
No, but it was no, this is separate. It was literally like DC, like Batman and FaZe.
What the?
It was a separate. It had nothing to do with. It was literally just FaZe, the people themselves. It wasn't even promotional. It was a literal comic, and I was like, "Why is this a thing?" I'm like, "How much money? Like, what were the like, who said yes to this?" I'm like, "Who said?" I was like, "Oh, I don't even." But then, what's the other team? Optic, wherever.
Optic, yeah. Optic doesn't even... Optic's just an esports team now. I think like guys like I think Nate Shaw went on to find other teams, but like that entire scene, like the esports scene, just you lose money.
Yeah, like who were the people? Like what's the other team with Kostef and all them back then?
Um,
I forget their team name.
I don't even pay
With,
attention. I can't watch esports.
Well, no,
Yeah,
I used to watch
I
their
can't
content.
do that.
I watch their
I just
YouTube
get
stuff.
bored.
Alright, thank you.
I don't. Yeah, esports is pretty boring to me, no matter the game.
Yeah, I can't like I can't. I don't get it. I get playing, but I just don't get I get like even watching like other people play certain games, but I just can't get into esports.
Yeah,
They had
I-
remember that they had a zombies championship thing. It wasn't esports, but it had their own zombies like championship thing, and that was fun. But
What?
that's the only time. It was like it was only a couple years, and that was it. It was like called the something CW. I don't remember.
That
And like
sounds stupid as hell.
it was fun to watch, but they had like challenges.
Is
They
it
had to
just
do
like watching you running around though?
Yeah, like, I don't want to watch you run like, every time you ran around in Origins, I genuinely wanted to Kurt Cobain myself, like, across my fucking wall.
That's if he did it.
Do 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 do.
That's a different. Okay.
Oh yeah, I love Metallica.
That's that's such a weird string sentence. Okay.
I don't know, it's just
What do you mean? I was doing good in Origins. I mean, I let
yeah,
people
but you're
die.
boring to watch,
That's what-
dog. You're boring. You're boring. It's like
You want
watching
me to
Boring
do
to watch,
play.
you're boring to watch, you go for no reses and your ass.
I helped the team. I don't know what they were talking about.
Dude, you let us all die. That's why we were watching you.
Don't die. Don't die.
That's why we were all watching you.
Well,
Bro, we
you
died
know,
because of you.
That's whoa.
Because
Okay.
because you
Word.
you just decide no because you decide to just run past a zombie because you're like, this one particular one I don't feel like dealing with it. And you know what that one particular one does?
That's
Goes
not
off goes off in its own way, literally runs 90 degrees sideways fucking perpendicular angle away from you in particular, and then fucks off
man.
right towards us.
Hey man.
Bro, he's like, help, I have the Easter egg part, I have the Easter egg part, get me. And everyone has to drop what they're doing to get him. But when we go down, he just walks past you. Especially when he's the one that gets you killed.
Oops. I don't know what to Look,
Stop lying,
I'm not
dog.
saying
Stop
I'm not saying I'm
lying.
the best. But I'm good. We had fun though.
I think you had fun.
Oh. I like zombies.
Man.
Oh, I thought you just puked. I was like, what the hell's that voice?
Man, I never want to touch zombies. Like Origins.
Oh, god damn it.
I just never want to touch Origins. Ever again.
Oh, well, that's okay. I mean, we can...
Actually, I'm pretty done with zombies too, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I announced my retirement.
Oh. Would you play, never mind, Never mind.
I think if I ever played a zombies game, it'd have to not be with Zach.
Wow. That actually hurts. I really love zombies. Can't believe you said this.
I'll play zombies with anyone except
I'm sorry, I ruined
That's
one
the
map.
only
We can
way
play
I
on
get
the
back
map.
into zombies. That's the only way I
We
get
can play
back
on
into
the map,
zombies.
man.
Alright, now you say that, now you say that.
You just wanted to be an Easter egg.
Now you say that, oh, we can play on the maps, man. That's what we were telling you.
No,
And
but
then as soon as we got back
I
into
said
zombies, we're like,
mood.
let's play Origins, guys. Let's play
I
Origins.
said mood. If you want to play
Moon! Thank you for proving
Yes,
my point. Let's play
Moon.
Moon. Let's play Moon. It's not even to play Moon casually. I play Moon casually, okay. No, let's play Moon for the Easter egg. For the Easter egg, guys. I want to play the Easter egg.
What's so bad? I've never done it before. I almost got it done the other week, but...
I've never done it before. I don't fucking care about the Easter egg, god damn it.
Wow. But don't you have fun doing the Easter egg?
No.
Damn.
Especially, I fucking hate it when we're just standing there running around training one zombie for like 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
That's your fault.
That's my fault, bro. I'm waiting on
you're
you.
busy
I'm
digging
waiting
up
on you.
dirt bottles.
I'm waiting on you running across
You're
the map.
busy picking up dirt bottles.
I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. I literally do the perk bottles on my own time.
No, you do it at the end of rounds.
Yeah, because you're doing the Easter egg. And I got nothing else to do, so I just look around for the perk bottles.
Yeah, I actually kind of can attest to this. I kind of can attest to this because my fucking staff takes literally the shortest of all three of you guys to get, technically, depending on the RNG, and there has been many times in my games where I have my staff way before any of you fucks. I will literally just be running around, and Brian can attest, he'll see me just doing literal laps around Origins.
He's just running.
And every time I pass Brian, I'll be like, oh hey, and I see him looking for the fruit bottle, and then I'll continue my lap.
Yeah, I just go around with the mines, throwing the mines, trying to look for the perk bottles, because we're waiting on you to finish the Easter egg.
I never noticed.
Oh yeah, because you were doing the Easter egg.
Hey, it takes yeah.
Yeah, that's why we were running around for 30 minutes. And John's falling asleep, and he's like yawning like
That's
half
because
10 times.
That's not my fault.
He's yawning like 10 times. I'm just like throwing mines around. Vlad's running around the map. You're just looking for the Easter egg.
You never enjoyed your time playing?
No! Bro, I only wanted to get on just to beat the game so I never have to play it again.
Jeez.
That's the only thing that got me on. I was like, let's just beat this so I can have closure.
Oh, I was having fun.
Well, I had fun playing the game. It was just, there were so many also moments where I was just like, oh dude,
Oops.
Bro,
I'm gonna kill myself.
dude, that one,
Oh,
we
bro.
almost did not make it. We almost did not make it because we all put the stabs in. We killed
I
like
know, I
200
made a mistake. I
genuinely-
did know.
I genuinely know John can attest to this, too. Cause I definitely know he'll agree when I say he had fun, but I know he also had like 90% of those moments where he was like, oh god dude, I wanna die, like this sucks.
Wow, I guess I am indifferent about that, but moving on.
Moving on.
Oh, did you see the PS Portal, the handheld thing that was
The
it
thing
has
that's rumored and not
no,
actually...
no, I'm talking about the thing that not the Vita 2, the Portal.
Oh, you mean the literal portal?
Yes, you can you can stream games now via PS Plus. It's in
Yeah,
beta
but
mode. Now you don't have to be connected to your.
That's been released for like months now.
No, this is recent.
No.
I'm pretty sure this is a recent thing. That's why I saw
No,
on one website.
you are late in the news there, brother.
All I see is
People have been
showed up in the
buying-
last week or so.
It definitely has shown up in the last week, but that's because people are talking about the new rumor that they're going to make a full, like, Vita 2 version.
Oh, I'm not
handheld.
talking about that. Oh,
Well,
I heard about that, but
that's why the portal's being relevant right now. Because I've also seen the portal pop up on the newsfeed. But the PS portal's been out for no, the portal's been out for months. People have had their hands on
it. Here, but you were never able to do cloud gaming on it before.
Cloud. What?
Yeah,
Like
no,
streaming.
Back then you only used it to stream your PS5. Now you can stream games using this. So, like it's like
You don't need to be connected to your PS5 anymore.
Yeah.
You can play games streaming now instead of being connected physically. You know, like so now you can actually.
Yeah, you don't have to connect it to the PS5. You can just connect it to.
I heard about this, and honestly,
That's what I meant. I mean, it's a big thing for the portal because that's what people would have wanted from the beginning. But
I mean, it's a big thing for the portal, but the issue that
I know
have,
it's still
and
not what people need.
Well, no, I'm just gonna be blunt out and say it. I mean, sorry PlayStation, but if I pay for your service, you know, the most expensive version of your service, I still don't have games to fucking play.
Yeah, there's like no games to play. And plus like it's not like we have like consistent 5G internet everywhere.
Yeah, and honestly, here's another issue. PlayStation acts like I don't already own half the fucking, and the majority of people don't already own half the games on their list.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why do I need to stream it? It's just in my library.
This is the worst console generation.
It sucks. It sucks.
It even sucks even more because it's a handheld and it's going against stuff like the Steam Deck.
The Switch 2, dude, Sony needs to fucking up their game real quick because the Switch 2 is coming and it's gonna come hard, bro.
I don't think anything that Sony puts out, I don't think it's gonna be able to beat the Switch 2.
It won't beat the Switch 2, but like, ooh, Nintendo's about to fuck the handheld market.
Yeah, like, they literally have the edge there, so I don't think they'll ever give up that edge. That's also
Nintendo edging the market, huh?
Yeah, yeah, the edge of the market. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like isn't Xbox trying to do something?
Well,
handhelds
but the thing is with Xbox is most of their stuff is pretty much gonna turn out to be like you plug a USB stick into TV and then access to Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, it's all software now, so. They might not have another console.
Yeah, no, like I was looking at this, and yeah, that I even checked out the Xbox website to see the things Zach was talking about last week. Dude,
Yeah.
yeah, it's bad. I mean, if Sony has no games, Xbox is just about to not even exist anymore.
Yeah,
That's
Xbox will like, well, if Sony,
Xbox is just about to be fucking a service.
Xbox,
yeah,
like,
we believe our goal has changed over the last couple of years.
Bro,
We are now.
Xbox fucking up the industry for all of us. How are you gonna buy up Activision and then not produce it? They bought up like half of the gaming industry, and now like they don't even do anything with them.
PS6 is definitely gonna be $1,000 if there's no more Xbox.
Oh, I can't believe it. I'm cheering for
They
Xbox.
have no reason to say they
But,
can do that, and then people will most likely still buy at that price.
Nah, dude, I'm so serious, Brian. It is bad. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're. I don't know if it's giving up, but they pushed their
no,
fans
they
like
they
Well, I
they
think they have
genuinely.
given up.
I think they have given up, and I think it's sad to see because I think they genuinely just have, waved the white flag and admitted like, yeah, PlayStation has always had the better games.
Yeah,
But, like,
like
now-
They've never had the better hardware, but they've always had the better games.
They've had the better IP, but like even it's not even because like they don't even use their IP.
They don't use it.
Even use the IPs they got, and the IPs they got, they keep giving it to people who don't know what they're doing. Like, have you seen Halo?
Yep.
Even like everybody's freaking about this new remarketing of Halo, but I don't think even the new Halo, like, I don't think it's gonna. They're not going after the stuff people want.
I mean, even like, I was because I'm happy that you brought up the Halo thing. Even if they remarket Halo, so what? I'm gonna have Halo on my PS5 now. Thankfully, the thing I've been, bro, we're 20 years too late. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, it's just even then, like, I don't know. I just don't. There's no reason to get an Xbox because there's just so like it's just so capital. The only reason to get an Xbox now is if they come out with a something like the Pro, but they undercut the Pro. But here's the thing, they were like, no, we just don't understand they're not even trying to go at them from that perspective. So like, what do they have?
Sony's becoming the Apple of the world.
That's the thing. Like they're
No,
just,
they genuinely are becoming the Apple of the gaming world.
And it's sad because, like, as
You used to
fans,
be
want
cool.
you want them to, like, make good stuff, but because their competitors are, like, dying off, either because Sony's supposedly doing better versus them, but I don't know why they're all dying off. It's not like there's good competitors. They're killing
it's
themselves.
because they're shooting themselves in the foot. Somehow, Nintendo is a better competitor than Xbox at
Somehow.
this point.
Somehow.
Like, if
And
this
even
keeps-
Nintendo sucks at making their own games.
Yeah, like the only
Kinda.
reason why Nintendo is floating is because of their loyal fan base. And unfortunately, Sony is now getting that fan base too. They're getting something like that.
It's weird that the Switch, the first Switch, well, the OLED, whatever you want to call it, OLED one, still exists right now. Like, it's relatively underpowered in this year. I know the second one's, who knows, around the corner eventually, but...
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I don't think it's about the power. It's about the games. And
Well, no, but I'm
ultimately-
saying, like, seeing these AAA games nowadays, like, on the Switch is weird.
That's
It
not
can't even
weird, though.
perform.
That's not weird.
Well, it can't perform well on some...
Well, I mean, but that's
I mean,
the thing. Like, that just tells
You're
you.
right, but I'm sorry I cut you off, but that also, like if you look at where technology was headed, like, yeah, that's totally the expectation. I was totally expecting to see this way before now, actually.
I meant because the Switch is like the PS4 equivalent nowadays. of
Yeah, but
power.
that's just like a reflection of the
Yeah, but
industry.
you're literally talking about the number of some article that some dude
'Cause,
wrote trying to measure the power of the Switch.
No, because they weren't even able to get what's it called? They weren't able to get Titanfall 2 to run on the Switch. But now like they're getting stuff like Doom. I think it's just like it tells you like the direction that the game industry is just going. Like these games are just not. They're not getting too complex or at all. Cause like Black Ops 6 runs on the PS4.
That is true.
It's just if anything, these games are they're just not optimized correctly. That's it.
Optimized.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
There's been
It's not like a
I think
big hardware issue. It's just these games are just not that crazy.
there's 12 Call of Duties. I could be wrong about this that have been on PS4 now. Like, and the ones that are on PS5 are also on PS4, which is the most one console has gotten since the next console came out. Because the PS3 had like 10, I think, until right after Black Ops 3. Because Black Ops 3 was the last. And it was never, I don't think that was ever meant to be on the old console, because that thing looked like, that was made by Beanox? It wasn't even made by Treyarch, the last gen version of Black Ops 3. Which
Well,
is
I mean,
crazy to
all
think
they gotta
about.
do is just lower the graphics and that's it. Like,
No, I mean, the one I'm saying that game in particular that Treyarch didn't even put up themselves on the wall. And that game looked horrendous compared to other ones. Like Black Ops 6 on PS4 looks better than that Black Ops 3 on PS3. Which says a lot, but I bet you by the time PS6 comes out, every Call of Duty will be on PS4 still. I don't even know if they're gonna stop making them on PS4. I mean, it could change, but
I mean, that's the thing. Like, some people are like mad that they get on PS4 because they think like the PS4 is holding back,
I don't believe
the
that,
game. I
but
don't think that's the case. I think the game just is able to run on PS4 because there's not that much change.
yeah.
Like they don't do
Compared to-
anything too significant for it to warrant a change.
I think
Yeah,
also
the
people might
gaming
be disappointed.
industry is
because-
kind of going stagnant.
Yeah.
Maybe some people could be annoyed, like you get a new console and yet that game is still can be sold on the last gen.
Well,
I don't know if
yeah,
that's
I
what-
understand that, but like, that's
Yeah.
like a you problem, you know?
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, this console
That is a
generation
big
just
problem.
sucks.
It might be the worst in all. I mean, I don't know. All
I mean,
history,
I
but-
can't imagine being an Xbox guy. Like,
oh yeah, you have
wasn't
nothing.
even- Halo, the only Halo game is Halo Infinite that came out on this
If you're an
generation.
Xbox guy,
Like,
say goodbye to your console.
I just can't imagine being an Xbox.
Imagine your platform deplatforming itself.
Bro, that's the thing.
Because that's literally what both of them are doing right now.
It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Well, like, what was their game plan though? Like, cause like,
I
don't want to be able to
gotta
have
know
their
how did both Sony and Xbox be this competitive nature all these years, and then both of them were like, oh yeah, we're gonna add crossplay, and everyone's like, oh my god, okay, yeah, keep cooking, and then we're like, oh yeah, we're gonna add cross save between both our platforms now, and everyone's like, oh yeah, keep going, this is great, and then now it's just like, oh yeah, there's no competition. It honestly doesn't even matter which of us you buy. The experience is about you and how you're not getting the games that you want.
yeah, there's just no games.
Also, the prices keep going
We're
up.
living in the unlimited bacon timeline.
No, not this again.
I'm
No.
not even gonna. Yeah, no. Next.
This is the unlimited bacon timeline.
You know what's funny? I just had a piece of
And Activision chose unlimited bacon.
Yeah.
Why do you think they added the bacon skin to Black Ops 2 and never added it back?
That was when the deal was set.
Yeah, that's when it happened.
That was when the
That
deal was
was a
struck.
mini- That is weird that they never brought back the bacon.
And it was a popular skin. But they brought back the Sakura Blossom skin that was also paid. In this game, too.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Well, man. I just realized we basically just got back into the dark age of gaming talk.
I mean, it's hard not to, because that's what this year's, or multiple years.
I don't know multiple. I don't know, but I'd definitely say this year.
This generation, this generation's a precursor.
No, I disagree. I think things were shitty on PS4. Like
Really?
absolutely
Really?
shitty.
Towards the
At least there was games.
In my opinion, I think I agree things were bad towards the end, but in my opinion, I just think from the PS4, those were like the starting signs, excuse me, of shit like starting to go downhill.
I think you're right, because like when they started making us pay for online, just like on Xbox, I think we should have probably known something was. I mean, yeah, they blew up. Like, there's a lot of hits. I think actually it might be because of how long the PS4 era existed. You got like the ups and you got the ups, the high ups, and the low downs,
Yeah.
and then you got
Still
limbo.
as long as there's games on the console being made, it'll still,
Actually, but like,
exist.
at the same time, I don't know if I brought this up in the other like in the other episodes, but I do miss the time when we had entire trilogies, like entire game trilogies that came out on the span of one console generation.
Yes. Thank you.
There's like no games and no nothing at all now. Like there's like you got 8 years for a piece of shit that is Concord.
Dude, whatever happened to getting a small game? It didn't have to be the most biggest game in the world, and it has one game come out in like first half of the year, another game come out second half of the year, and then the last game just end on the last part, you know?
Yeah, like dude, Mass Effect, the entire trilogy came out on the span of the PS3 and Xbox 360 console generation. Killzone. The entire Killzone series existed on PS3, except for Shadowfall.
Both Infamous and their DLCs.
Infamous, Prototype, Uncharted, except for Uncharted 4, but the bulk of it was in
I mean, hell, even the development had started by that point. Hold on, though.
Exactly.
Like, Infamous was...
Infamous. There was one, Second Son was on PS4, but that's the thing. Second Son and Killzone Shadowfall, like they came out like in the beginning of the PS4 era, and they were completely forgotten after that.
It's,
never heard
Infamous was like it came out like the same, like it was like one of the starting games on PS4.
Yeah, I owned actually both. And it was sad because I played Killzone Shadowfall. It was kind of a mid-story, and for my first introduction to Killzone, it wasn't best. But for a PS4 game, it was actually kind of good.
Yeah, at the time, these games.
What's crazy is this single player only game got no attention. It never saw the light of day ever again.
That was the start of it.
It genuinely, you know how sad of it is to say this. It almost feels like my experience playing that game happened inside of a liminal dream, just because of how little footage there genuinely is of this game online.
Yeah.
There's probably more footage of Eve Dust.
There's more footage of fucking PT than there is Killzone.
Like, Killzone lived and died on the PS3.
Yeah.
Like, strangely enough, same thing happened on Xbox. Halo. The bulk of Halo is on the 360.
Yeah.
You could even say Halo lived and died, because the new games kind of suck. Lived and died on the 360. Yeah, Halo 4 came out on the 360 too.
Oh wow.
And then
Halo never had an original on the original Xbox. It was all 360.
And then actually Xbox One had Halo 5. But that was
yeah.
It only had one game.
That's in 7
years. And it was not a well-received Halo.
Yeah. Same thing with Gears. Gears of War.
Their one release for the Xbox One also was
weird.
not well received.
Yeah, Gears of War 4. And
One
then, that's the thing, like, one game, one generation now. Like, how do we go from entire trilogies to just one game per generation? And
That's
God
like,
forbid the game suck.
Uncharted.
Okay, I'm gonna be new. Like, now, like, if you know, is it world ending if the game sucks? I'd have to make the argument, yes, because we're never gonna see
Yeah.
it again for the next 10 years. The way things are going, like...
Yeah, because
No.
Uncharted,
And
the last game
I actually, I have to back your argument here because, you know, and I can tell you part of the reason, at least, and it's because apparently, you know, games are, and I mean, it genuinely is, you know, the whole industry just has been getting so big that it has just been getting more expensive to make anything these days.
Yeah.
You know, which is part of the reason. I'm not saying that's the whole reason, but it is part of it. But the problem with that is, you guys are also making so much money. Like, invest back? Like, I don't know, man.
That's the thing, like, you don't even know what they're investing it in. Like, there's games back then that have better, deeper mechanics, better writing than games now.
Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater for the PlayStation
Oh my
2
god, you're right.
has better graphics, gameplay, and mechanics than 90% of the games out right now.
Dude.
And it blows my mind because it is a fucking PS2 game.
You just reminded me. Metal Gear, Resident Evil, like Silent Hill, they were all made games on like the old system. There were so many games back then, but now there's barely any games now.
It's just like these well, I don't even know what the answer would be.
Genuinely, I don't think people realize how weird and mind-boggling it is that you can do this on a PS2, and people would think that it would take a computer and mods and like a bunch of things to do this, but you can genuinely wait an entire week and kill the end and just have him die of old age.
Yeah, like, they don't make games like that anymore.
On the PS2, like that's insane.
They just don't, man, I don't know. There's just like, man, now I feel really bad for people who were actually waiting for Dragon Age. I didn't realize it, but it took like 10 years between Inquisition and Veilguard.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Origins and Dragon Age 2 came out on the PS, or like the 360 era. And Inquisition came out on the PS3 and 360 too. Oh my god, there was no Dragon Age game. Okay, Inquisition was on the PS4 and Xbox One, but there were no original titles on the PS. That makes no sense. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, Inquisition, the PS3 game, ported. Yeah,
Is there another game that's like that? Trying to think of another one.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there.
Yeah, there's I just don't get it. I don't know. Maybe we really are going in the dark age of gaming.
And speaking of the Dark Age gaming, no better than the Dark Age masters themselves from Software, apparently.
Oh yes, Sony's trying to buy them.
Bought.
Did we talk about that right? Or no?
I don't think so.
No, we didn't.
Oh, I thought we did last week.
No.
Oh, okay.
So wasn't it this week that we found out, or like maybe it was
Yes.
like
No,
yes.
Oh, I must have talked to somebody because I remember bringing it up with how to. Yeah, I said how Sony at this point is monopolized on the anime industry, and if they get from I mean,
Well, you said that, but we never actually talked about the FromSoft because we just talked about the anime part and we never actually talked. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And so the word Miku came up, and then all hell went broke.
Yeah, but we never actually talked about the FromSoft part of the acquisition.
I think
back then I used to be happy back then for these big, like a big company, backing the money. But then you look at Bungie.
I would have been
And that-
down, like,
Well,
if I heard about this during the Activision acquisition.
Yeah, you say look at Bungie, but it's very evident that it wasn't just Bungie, and it clearly wasn't just Sony.
No, I didn't mean because they owned it, like it was Sony's problem. I just meant, well, you could say it's more of a Bungie thing.
Actually, I'd
Bungie.
say, I think that was a Bungie thing. Because now, like,
Yeah,
Sony's getting involved and they're actually getting work done.
yeah, they're. I mean, look at again. I called it on this podcast. My words are up there somewhere. I called it. Destiny Rising is doing really fucking well on mobile, and people are liking
I
it.
called that too. I was like, there's no way it fails because like it's on mobile. It's in the industry. Like that industry just does not fail.
People are loving it, and
Wait, is it
I can
out
tell
now?
you, no, but a lot more because people are playing. So the way they're doing this is kind of interesting. They're letting some people play the alpha, right?
Like invite
Then
codes.
those people who get the alpha get access codes for more people to play the alpha, so they get to give them out.
Oh, it's
And-
kind of like Valorant almost.
Yeah, pretty much. They're doing like a Valorant type of system to get the game out, at least for early access.
When can we get in?
They never said when it comes out.
I
Yet.
thought it was
Yeah.
supposed to be like I thought like open.
They only said
beta
the
was
alpha,
like
but-
December.
I have to imagine it'd be soon, because I'm hearing the reception. People are loving the game, and just like I said, I think it's starting to take either put some eyes onto the Destiny mainline games, or what I think take eyes off or away from it.
I think that's the case. Yeah, I think I was calling it because like they're like when you look at mobile developers and mobile games, they just add content at a much faster rate than even mainline games. So
I mean, dude, COD Mobile.
COD Mobile, the only mainline game that was getting like content as fast as mobile was Modern Warfare 3, like the recent one.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Bungie killed themselves. I think like back to the Dark Souls acquisition.
Ubisoft is killing themselves.
Ubisoft is killing everyone's killing themselves. I'm not excited anymore. Wait. Okay, maybe this ups the chance for Bloodborne 2 slightly, but I mean. I
Oh,
don't know.
definitely. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if you guys have looked on YouTube. All of the like clickbait ass
Oh
like
my God.
thumbnails are it's Sony, it's the FromSoft logo, and then it's the fucking hunter.
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne 2? Question mark?
Bloodborne. But I don't know. I don't think a part of me is like I'd only like them to make it if they want to make it. Because Bloodborne 2 is a prime example of a passion project gone right. And
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think Bloodborne should be handled with the care of a passion project.
yeah, I
And
think
they definitely can't be like have their arm like twisted.
yeah.
Cause I mean, I even have to come out and say it. Like I love Elden Ring. It's a fun game, but also, it's not a Souls game. I mean it is, but like you know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
the whole idea
there's a
of like,
difference between Elden Ring and Dark Souls and Bloodborne is there.
like like Bloodborne, is like the true closest like sister to the Souls experience that you could get. Elden Ring kind of feels like the,
Elden Ring is, I still think Elden Ring is Dark Souls 2.5.
yeah, that's what I'd say.
Um, but yeah,
Feels very much like a Dark Souls 2, like something kind of different, but still similar to the original formulas.
Bloodborne was just a completely different. I mean, it used similar systems, but it was just a different game.
I'm surprised no input from Zach here.
Oh, sorry, I had a call.
Oh, you're okay.
I don't have a lot of input only because I'm not that big into Bloodborne, so...
I mean, you're not that big into Bloodborne, but I mean, we all play Dark Souls. We all extensively play Dark Souls. Or any of the Souls game, anyway.
I think, looking back, my time playing Bloodborne, I liked it more than Dark Souls 3. I'm just comparing two games.
I think it's because you didn't play Dark Souls 3 that much, though.
That is
I
true,
like
but
Bloodborne more than Dark Souls 3, but
I like the aesthetic of Bloodborne.
Well, I mean, I've fucking have New Game Plus Dark Souls 3 like almost 30 times. It's ridiculous.
yeah.
But, while I like Dark Souls 3, uh, I have to say, Bloodborne was just, like, it felt like, it almost feels like if Blood, like, okay, I know how to word this. It almost feels like Dark Souls 3 was like the precursor for Bloodborne, or, you know what I mean? Especially
Yeah.
like in the terms of like, because the world design from like the Dark Souls 3 feels really same back, like when you play those games back to back. The pacing feels really similar.
My problem with, yeah, well, I mean,
But it just feels like Bloodborne did those things infinitely better.
I think it was because they went all in, because, like, Bloodborne came out before Dark Souls 3, and it was just, like, a completely different system, so Dark Souls 3 kind of wanted to do a combination of Bloodborne and Dark Souls 2, which is why it came out the way it did. Um, my problem with Dark Souls,
Yeah.
my problem with Dark Souls 3 is that it felt like they were a bit too balanced with certain things. They were too, like, they wanted things not to become too powerful or too strong compared to the previous games. So I mean,
There's definitely stuff in Dark Souls 2 that is
it kind of
pretty
made
crazy.
things certain things like a bit too stale, in my opinion. Like magic, I didn't really like the magic in Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, magic. And also, I mean, I know there is this requirement in every, or like, not this requirement, but you know, like, the collectathon part of every single Souls game is there. But dude, in Dark Souls 3, it felt like so painful to collect magic.
It was alright. Yeah, I think.
Like, I remember, like, if it wasn't like you could just go to talk to an NPC, if you had, like, God forbid you had to do, like, a quest or something, getting magic sucks sometimes.
I don't know. It was kind of like in Dark Souls 2. My only like the biggest hurdles is like when when you have to actually like spend boss souls on souls. I mean on spells. Um,
Yeah, I
or
remember.
like if a spell is locked behind one of the covenants, and you have to
And I think
defeat.
that's, yeah, I think that's what it was there were certain shits, there were certain spells where it was like,
Yeah, certain equipment that was locked behind
yeah, you would have
covenants.
to, you would have to join a covenant and almost like, not max rank it, but like get it like 75, back out,
Yeah, So
And it would cripple that whole time you spent doing it.
yeah, I didn't like that, but I mean, it wasn't really too bad because I mean, compared to Dark Souls 2, because it was a similar system to Dark Souls 2 as well. But I don't know. My main problem is like it's just not as crazy fun like in terms of power.
Well, what do you mean? Like the amount of damage you were able to output, or
Yeah, and
like,
like the weapons that were given to you, like what's it called? If you use something that wasn't in, quote unquote meta, it was kind of like stabbing yourself in the foot.
yeah, I agree with that. That's actually one of my biggest gripes with Dark Souls 3 is that
It was just too tame.
if you didn't use like if you weren't using fucking remember like I don't know, fucking fumes and this, that, and the other certain build, you just
Yeah,
weren't doing damage. You
exactly.
literally were doing 0 damage.
It was just not, it was just not like something like Farin's, like the Abyss Watcher's Great Sword.
A swords,
It would
yeah.
be cool, but it just didn't really. It wasn't practical because of the damage and the stamina usage was just too high. And then on top of that too, you also had to what's it called? There was like some skills used FP. Some back then it wasn't like that. It would use up the durability instead. But I mean, or like what's it called? Like the one that people recommend. Like I think one of it was like the Black Knight Greatsword was one of the viable
Yes,
ones.
yes.
Yeah.
It was
Use that.
Black Knight, and then if you Black Knight was, if I'm not mistaken, the Ultra option, or
Yeah,
the
it
Great
was.
Sword, and then Fumes was Ultra,
Yeah.
the Ultra option
Actually,
to
I think they
that.
were both ultras.
You could be right about that. But
I think they
I
were. Yeah.
believe there was like a distinct difference between the builds between, it was either one of those two
I
though. I know
think that yeah,
those were
because I
like the
think
two.
because Fogs used more. Fumes Ultra Greatsword used um, more stamina and had more range. But I think you were faster with Black Knight. I think. But like, yeah, it was like you had to use these weapons. If you didn't, your build kind of sucks.
And you know what's crazy too? Is because, when we played the game, it's not like we were really looking up like meta builds or anything. We were just playing the fucking game.
Yeah.
So I remember I was walking around with my fucking Abyss Watchers build, thinking I'm the shit, and I would get clapped every single PvP encounter, or it like almost every single PvP encounter by like a smidgen too.
Yeah.
Mainly because I just run out of stamina trying to beat someone who.
Or a dude who's rocking Crystal Rapier.
Yeah, exactly.
That's another thing, like, yeah, rapiers or, oh no, I just didn't like it felt like it was, the PvE aspect was hindered by the PvP. And that was my problem with the game.
Oh, dude, it feels so in other games, right? And I
Yeah.
have to say this, at least I cannot say this again because, as well, you two know, but I'm gonna go on the record for the podcast and say I have not personally played a lot of Dark Souls 2. Most of my Dark Souls 2 experience comes from what I've personally played, from these guys, which I have hours on my belt. Don't get me wrong. Like I have put a few hundred hours into Dark Souls 2, but I've never beaten it, unfortunately. Um, but in Dark Souls 1, whenever you got invaded, like you could still go about the world and still feel immersed in the world, like the atmosphere and everything, and it still feel fine when you get invaded because it almost felt natural.
Hmm.
In Dark Souls 3 though, you could be really invested into whatever situation is going on, but the moment you got invaded, it almost felt like, nah, this turned into like
Yeah, the
fuck,
areas are
fuck,
closed off. It turns into PvP.
yeah, it almost turned into like, I gotta section off, I gotta kill this enemy this is my PvP arena now,
Yeah.
like it
That,
really just broke immersion a lot of the times, to be honest. And
that's
by
the,
that point,
I think the
In which
PvP
game?
in Dark Souls 3.
Oh, okay. I forget. In 2, it was. I didn't get invaded that often, thank God. But I don't. It wasn't bad.
I
In
was gonna
2, it
say, I
was,
don't think it's an issue. I don't think it's an issue in two, but I think I could see maybe where the problem starts, maybe with two, or like,
I'll
I don't
say
know.
this: that invader. Every time I got invaded, it felt
Or
like
at
they
least
spawned.
maybe the mindset starts with two, type of
They,
deal.
these people, it feels they always felt like they spawned right behind me every goddamn time they invaded.
they
They
always did
got up
spawn
me
near
so
you.
quick. That's the thing. They would. Oh man, it was hellish. I remember sometimes I would be like, "Oh no!" I was,
Actually, wait. I think you're right. It did start because like there was a
yeah,
moment I remember because
it
they
spawned
said
close, man.
they were trying to get me in. I wasn't able to get in, but
Oh,
they were at the Cardinal Tower, and this dude came in. I think they said he was butt naked, and he did like the common Azure thing in that game, and just killed.
no, he
He
never
just
invaded.
what?
Are you talking about on the bridge or the
No, not the bridge.
oh
You guys were trying to summon me at the Cardinal Tower, and
yes, this
then
guy,
this
yeah,
mage just summoned in, looked at
this
John or
god,
one of you.
this god murdered us
He
instantly.
literally just got in like the
Shot
craziest
lightning.
spell. Oh, I thought he did like the giant like blue
Oh yeah,
Kamehameha thing.
okay. We had two. We had one on the bridge that did like through like Zeus, and then one on yeah, the other one which was Kamehameha everywhere. And John, I couldn't even hear what John had to say because we died the moment the guy spawned in. The guy prepped his stuff so quick. I couldn't. I was like, "Where is that Braun?" I was like, "Is that Braun?" Nope. I was like,
There's no Brian.
"It's not Brian." This guy immediately murdered us. He had no sense of There was nothing in his eyes. It was just
He
evil
just
intention.
walked in and just insta killed them.
But even though that was a sad moment, I knew I was like, "This is a fun game." I was
I
like,
think that was probably the reason why Dark Souls 3 was the way it was, because
yeah,
you had dudes coming in.
dude, these people came in like gods among men, and
Yeah, it
it
was
just
just
wiped
funny.
you. They can wipe you instantly. And they can redo people knew they could just keep spawning in the same area if you kept going back.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But even though that sucked, I like that. I don't know why, but I like that aspect of the game.
Yeah,
The
because
idea.
you didn't know what to expect.
Oh yeah, you could have a simpleton spawn in or a god.
Yeah.
The chances were never on your side though, but the chances. Oh my god. Plus me and John would go back and forth if I had better armor, he couldn't kill me, we practiced. I was like, oh yes, turtle armor mode. I was like, turtle.
Well, I feel like by the time we got to Dark Souls 3, it was like everyone watched like,
Every
this is the
PvP.
PvP.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
The
the
meta.
PvP loadout to run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking
I
hate that so much.
I think I still like Dark Souls 2 the
I
most, one
hate that.
because I
I hate
beat it.
every
But
single community. Like, why is that a thing?
Yeah, the meta loadout dudes. They almost killed Helldivers.
I've never cared about meta loadouts in Dark Souls.
I don't care about it either, but it sucks when you're fighting against, a guy who's literally like well oiled to just rock your shit in, you know?
Oh yeah, but I meant even like of course there's going to be like the better weapons per se against like beating the game itself. But the whole point of Dark Souls is to is to change loadouts and try different things to see what the hell you get through.
But
And
they
that's how I
also got those
experienced.
guys got stuff like the Dark Sword nerfed.
Oh yeah. I mean, because I'll say that I still, in my head, Dark Souls 2 is my favorite one. It's the first it's the first game I played in the series. It's the first one I beat, and it's the most time I've played of any of the Souls games in general, even with you. But it's the most time I put into a Souls game, and I've liked every single aspect of that game so much that when we played Dark Souls 3, I was so like bothered and off by the experience because it felt so different, unnatural.
I
I
don't
was like,
like
oh,
how they
this
cut your
isn't
health
Dark
in
Souls
half.
2. I like the slow feeling. I like Dark Souls 2 so much. I got so used to the movement.
They cut your health in half in multiplayer.
Yeah.
They cut your spells in half too. They cut your heals in half.
Actually, that whole, like, honestly, that whole thing really just kind of, I think, fucked the Elden Ring multiplayer up a little bit, because I feel like,
Yeah.
That thing looked weird. I never played it, but...
I
oh no,
feel
I
like,
did want maybe the Coliseum.
I feel like if you just kept it this, like, full health, it really just plays into the whole power fantasy idea, you know? I mean, they're
Yeah,
getting,
yeah.
you're making the boss stronger anyway.
Yeah. It's that they're, I don't know why,
Yeah, why are
trying
you
to,
cutting
like,
things if the boss gets stronger with more people? Why are you-
they're trying to, like, balance it, which makes
That's
no
not how you...
sense.
Yeah, the power fantasy is like dying the moment you spawn another guy. But I will, I still, yeah, because the experience of playing with people on Dark Souls 2, well, then again, I didn't play a lot of Dark Souls 3 with anyone or in general, but uh, the 2 experience was always fun. Just because I don't think I never hated a boss in Dark Souls 2, as in like, there wasn't a boss I thought that was boring necessarily. I mean, unless you can think of one, but I've liked every single boss encounter in Dark Souls 2. Even the ones where I was like, oh god. But I still had fun.
The one I
And
didn't
probably,
like was,
I had like memories of each boss just because of playing with you guys, you and John.
I think the
There's
one
at least one memory.
the one that made us freak out the most was the Sentinels. Because there were 3 of them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's, oh my god.
That was the
And if you
one
jump
time when
down,
we all had to split up and it was like one-on-one each
yes.
boss.
Yeah, you were like, you get that guy. You have to, you're like, you have to
Oh
go
yeah,
one-on-one.
oh yeah, wait, at first it was just 2 of them, so I took one and you
Yeah.
guys took the other.
But if you jump down, they all jump or whatever.
Yeah.
Right in that area.
Yep. Actually,
You're
but if
like,
you stay
don't
up
jump.
too long, they knock the
Oh, yeah, they
pillar
can.
down and you take
Oh my
damage.
god. Oh my god.
And then the pursuer, like, it was the exact opposite of the pursuer. The pursuer, like, killed us.
Oh yeah.
Just murdered us because you like. But then, like, when we played it again, like, it kind of got easy.
Yeah. I think the Smelter Demon will still be till the day I die.
The
That'll
Smelter
be the
Demon
one
is the
boss I'll
worst
remember.
guy.
That'll be the one boss I'll remember till
Did we beat the magic one?
Eventually we did.
Oh, okay.
I got the sword, so I got both swords.
The Smelter
And their
Demon
armor.
was literally, like, the biggest wall in the game.
That was it was a literal wall at that point. We were
Because you can put in as many stats as you wanted, it just didn't matter.
dude, it blocked everything. It just said no.
Like, you had to, like, pull out skill to beat that. This ain't a numbers game anymore.
Yeah, that was the first boss in the game that like truly told you it's like you gotta try stuff.
Do something.
Like truly try. Yeah, dude, do something. Oh man, that's why when I got that armor, I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, I instantly murdered John. He hit me once, and he was like, my sword did no damage. I
That
was
was
like,
back
that's
then
how
when,
I
like,
should.
armor actually kind of mattered.
Yeah, and then oh yeah. I love that. Remember, what's that knight? That knight armor I got. That big gigantic like fat armor I got from that. I forget the knight's name.
Havel?
We get it in the yeah.
From the
I
secret
love
area.
that. Yeah, that's. Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I hated that area, but
Yeah, it was near, like, the rod, right?
it was like all dark and yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wasn't it like
I have to say,
a snail or something?
Because of the way armor is now versus back then, I even have like a controversial take. I mean,
Oh, here we go.
I mean, everyone was like, oh yeah, let me solo her. And don't get me wrong, let me solo her is a good player. I'm not gonna say no. However, his build is not special. Cause the whole idea of taking off armor, I feel like if anything, just as the series progressed and armor became more and more useless, became even like encouraged.
Yeah, cause of the weight.
Which is almost weird because I feel like if anything, that's what like the naked guy and with the one katana just exemplified, or like the naked guy with the one great sword.
Yeah.
He's the
Every
fastest
single
among
sword.
them all.
Yeah, he's just like you want to be a god. You want to be this untouchable figure that
As you
I'm
know,
gonna kick
God
you.
does
I'm gonna
naked.
kick your ass in Firelink Shrine over and over and over again. Just take off your armor.
Yeah, but I wish armor mattered because I like the Dark Souls 2. Like when I got like Cabo or the
Fashion
Smelter
Souls,
Demon armor.
goddammit.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
That's the
Fashion
thing. I
Souls.
wish the armor didn't weigh so much, because then like now you have to put in points
Yeah.
just for fashion souls.
Yeah. I remember. It took. What was his, the armor of
we need
Rain?
transmog in our Souls game.
I think I had what's his name? Rain. I had his armor.
You wore rain.
Remember it was like the black like long, or it might not be. You get it from beating him, but maybe it wasn't his armor specific.
I wore rains.
Remember it was like it's black, like all
Yeah,
black
it
and
was
it's
a giant
long,
black
like it was
armor.
rope.
Yeah, that was the one I wore.
Oh. Oh yeah, I used to wear everything you wore.
Yeah, you fucking.
And then you'd be like, F this, I'll never wear this again.
I don't know why you would wear rains though, because you always wore the weird twink shit with the smelter demon.
Whoa, what are you saying here? Whoa.
Because the stomach area would always be like.
Oh, that's because the Smelter Demon didn't have armor where his belly was.
Yeah, that's why you had the twink set on.
But the Smelter Demon's not a twink, I'm not.
You look like
I
you
mean,
dress like a
hold
twink.
on. I mean, hold on. I mean,
There is no
is the
hold on. I'm
smel
not gonna...
is the smelter demon not a twink?
I mean, he has a magical version of himself, so, and they're, but I don't, I think that's I guess those are two separate people.
oh, so the twink that's pretty lonely can clone himself.
Well, no, I don't, Brian, do you know the magical version of him?
Oh my
That's
fucking
separate.
God.
He's the same Smelter Demon, technically.
My point still stands. The lonely
There's no
twink.
twinks in Soul.
There's no twink.
There's no twinking.
Bro, you were a twink.
My brother in Christ. You
There's
did
no Christ
not.
either.
You did not play the new Elden Ring DLC or hear about any of the lore revelations that were found during said new DLC.
There's no twinks via fashion then.
What?
My brother in Christ, you have never played Dark Souls 1, 2, or 3.
I played 2!
Zach, you were the
And
twink. Just take the L, Zach. You were
I'm not
the
taking
twinkiest
no
out of
L.
all of us. Okay.
Well, I had a good time, I'll say that.
Zach, you were literally the twink.
Don't say that.
You were the twink.
I just don't say.
You're the twink. All right, we got anything else? We're at the 2 minute.
No, we're at the
2
end.
hours
I'm
23.
pissed.
We're at the 2 hours 23. You want to wrap up here, or you want to have any?
Now wrapping it.
Got any final topics?
Remember, if you feel insecure about your twinkhood,
Oh my God.
Call his number.
call Zach's number.
And he'll
I'll
tell you
call
about
that.
the story how he one-shotted John while wearing twink armor. The heaviest twinked armor. The heaviest twinked out armored, yeah.
I like that, I don't care. But
And
it
he
wasn't
liked it.
twink. No,
He felt comfortable in his own skin,
Yeah,
and that's the important thing.
yeah,
This is not the right conversation.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yep.
Oh,
Actually, wait, real quick before we end it, have you guys been hearing anything
real
about
quick.
Okay, unless you want to end on the Twinks.
I have to go pee.
Oh man, what a twink thing to do. What a twink thing to say.
Are you inhuman?
Could it just mute your mic and go like a civilized gentleman?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been waiting for 30 minutes, but I wanted to stay on topic, so...
Actually, I'm curious though, real quick. What have you guys?
Oh, what?
What have you
Oh,
guys heard about,
oh,
like, on the news?
about World War III.
Recently?
Yeah, yeah.
With the
Nothing at the moment.
Biden's last attempt at trying to be a good president.
What is blown up in
Okay.
my
Because like now, I don't know if it's just from what I watch, so they always throw me this stuff. But like everybody, it seems like everybody is talking more and more about, you know, the World War III stuff, especially since after what happened. So, it may, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think like,
Ukraine has been granted
well,
to
yeah, yeah,
use
'cause
U.S.
and they've used them, and now like the what UK gave
But
them more.
Ukraine was granted what?
You didn't
uh,
hear? They
U.S. missile range.
the
Oh
U.S.
yeah yeah yeah
they
yeah
gave
yeah
them like permission
yeah
to
yeah.
use
This is,
long range. I'm pretty sure
yeah yeah
long
yeah
range missiles.
yeah yeah. I heard about this.
And now like the Russians are shooting back with missiles, and they're like, we can put nuclear nukes in here. Um, but I
As
don't
an
know.
appetizer.
Everyone's just freaking out about World War III now, I guess. At least from what I'm seeing.
Well,
I was wondering if you guys, if this was just because of the stuff I look into. I was wondering if
no,
you
I
guys
heard
were
about the
also.
same thing. I heard that Zelensky's top guy, like in command, was supposedly said he was like World War III has started. I'm like, I
Yeah, that's
don't.
what
If it
I
actually
heard.
started, if it actually started, I think it would be a bigger deal than just one IG post or a couple IG posts. So I think you would have to hear that
Yeah
guy say that
Yeah.
on TV or something.
I think this is definitely a precursor, but I don't think the World War
They
III
made it
isn't
seem
here
like
yet.
this the top guy that was like World War III has officially started. I'm like, what do you mean officially
But
started?
I don't know about you, but it seems like all of Europe is like pretty gung ho about it now, and like they're like almost like
Ironic.
fixated on not exactly escalation, but like I don't know. It just seems like they want us to get a lot more involved than we already are. Like they said like if well here's the ironic thing I heard. They said that if the U.S. like stops their aid to Ukraine, then they will deploy troops into Ukraine. Now
That's
here's the funny thing. It doesn't sound like, oh, you know, we'll make up for, you know, American aid. But literally, if they deploy troops, then all of NATO gets dragged into the war, which it means Americans are into the war again. So,
college. They can't take.
I don't know. And then, like, I don't know, you just got some wild takes out there. So I was just wondering if you guys were seeing any of it.
I don't know how. I mean, I saw the same takes, but I don't know how like the supposed like it started type of conversations, because that would be more public than just social media.
I think it's a precursor, definitely, but I don't know, I feel like they're
Yeah,
rushing us into war at this point.
I mean, it would be funny if Trump, the moment
Specifically,
Trump
you know, Europe.
gets off.
I'm not talking about Ukraine, they're already in the war. But it seems like
Yeah, the rest of Europe, yeah.
Europe is trying to rush us into the war.
I don't really see what they have to gain from it though. Like,
That's the thing, like, I don't know. Like, I mean,
cause obviously like in every war, you could almost kind of see what someone's trying to get out of this. But I really fail to see on all sides what anyone's trying to gain out of this.
I think the Russians wanted, well, prior to this, the Russians have been invading, like, neighboring countries. Like, they were they
Yeah.
invaded and took
Yeah,
Georgia.
yeah, yeah.
I think they want to reclaim Soviet Union era territory. I think that's their entire thing. And people were, there was an idea why they wanted to take Crimea was because there was a giant oil deposit, but then
Yeah.
people were also saying it was to stop Ukraine from joining NATO, which that also makes sense. Russia has always been fixated on NATO being
Yeah.
a external threat to them. So I think they're just doing this because, I don't know, maybe it's the idea that, during the Soviet Union days, they were like number two or like number one from their perspective. Like they were neck and neck with the United States. And I guess like ever since they fell from grace,
Please. Yeah.
they
Yeah.
kind of
I
just
mean,
want to regain that foothold.
I've heard that narrative from, but at least it's a popular narrative. Even then, I just like I gotta wonder what does the population feel about the bringing? Because I feel like it's almost like a boomer verse what young people feel now situation maybe in Russia.
Maybe, but I'm not so sure because at the same time it is a completely
Yeah,
different
yeah,
country,
it's a different place.
and these
But
people do think completely differently from us.
yeah, I also feel that too because I mean it's just hard to say. I really wish I could talk with someone from there to get their perspective on it, but obviously they're not gonna have a conversation with me.
I know they definitely don't like. Well, I mean, you can see I see some war footage and they're like narrating over it. They're not happy with the way the war is going, and they don't like how they're not getting the supplies. But I'm not sure what they actually think about the war. There's like propaganda of them thinking they, like, I guess part of the propaganda is that they think that there are Nazis in Ukraine. That's at least some of the stuff that's the Russian state government has been saying. I'm not sure if people buy that or not. Um, I don't know.
Yeah, I also like it's kind of interesting to me because I also wonder like how do the few people feel about well, because I know people feel strongly about wanting to get Ukraine back. That there's no question about that. I more wonder how do people still feel about like being led by Putin after all this time. Like, so I know there has been many who has uh not agreed with him, but they've all magically gone silent.
Yeah, like that one guy in the opposition, he's in jail.
Yeah,
We know there is some sort of opposition, but at the same time, I don't know. I just don't know. And plus, at the same time, I don't believe some of the stuff that our guys report on.
no, I don't either.
Cause like, I don't know, the numbers just, I don't know. People are saying they're taking really heavy losses, but I mean, we're in 2024, right? The world's a bigger place. There's a lot more people. The Russians took like 7 million, I think, 7 million casualties, 7 million deaths in World War II. And right now they're losing what, 700,000? I think like, yeah, like they took a big hit, but I think this is like nothing too different for them. I think they were prepped for this.
Yeah,
Um, So I don't know. I just don't really know what to think. All I know is I'm okay. I'm like always gonna be American first, and because like I live in America. I am American. I think World War III is gonna start regardless of what we try to do. But I think I like I don't know. I'm only for American interests. But
yep.
yep.
I like how Zach had no commentary during
No
any of that.
comment, man. No comment.
No comment. I like how it was purely just like an intellectual discussion between you and me, and Zach had nothing to say.
You don't want me to say anything.
Well, you could just say it. That's the point of this
Well,
podcast.
I don't have anything intellectually to say about it
Oh my
because I don't want to
fucking
look into it.
You don't have any opinions. You don't have any thoughts,
Yeah, I'm curious what
concerns,
you have to
worries,
say, because
like,
you don't think World War
I'm,
III is
I'm
gonna happen.
curious. I'm curious to see. I think it's gonna happen. I'm just curious to see, like, how do the people of Russia feel about, like, I mean, I know how we all feel about it. There's a side of people. I mean, the majority of people just don't want it. Let's face the fact. I mean, I don't think anyone sees a genuine positive in us going to war.
There's no positive.
It's gonna happen, guys. Just get ready. Just get ready.
No, it's gonna it's inevitably gonna happen, but no one wants it,
Yeah.
If it happens,
Except
and
for
I'm
the
on the front line,
Europeans. The Europeans want it.
No, yeah, like you're starting. Well, but like that I feel like is a more recent development we're starting to see now, because I feel like really the big voice was just Ukraine themselves asking for the support, but now you're starting to see everyone be like, yo,
Yeah.
maybe we should do something about this.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
the voice you play for all those type of
well,
people.
I'm a militant. I was always pro-war, but I just don't like how the hypocrisy is slowly kind of like coming out, right? Like, you have people who are like, okay, I get like having like a honest take on like, all right, I think Ukraine should be able to defend themselves, but it's like an entirely different discussion when like, I don't know, okay, I'm pro-war and all this, okay, I'm a militant, I'm a terrible person, right? But I just don't like how there's some people who disagree with stuff like American interventionism, and then they're like, yeah, I think we should be involved in Ukraine. You get what I mean? Like, there's just
No,
no, it's
you
not
see,
consistent.
you see, and this is where I think you will respect me as a person. I am firm in my belief. I say we should not have been involved in Ukraine, period. It is not our fucking problem, and it is high time that America stops looking outward into foreign fucking issues, and we just worry about what the fuck we are doing, because honestly, if we cannot stand united as a country, which we are not, I do not see us going well in any foreign affair.
That's the thing. Like, that's the consistency, right? The consistency. There's people who are like against like us going into Afghanistan, us going into Vietnam, us going into Cuba and all this, but then they're like pro-Ukraine. So like,
Yeah, no,
what's the
like
consistency here? Like,
the only time I believe war is right is when I believe we had a like and for example, right? You tell me some fucker flies two planes in New York,
yeah,
crashes two more into random spots into the United States, and you're telling me that we're not gonna retaliate? Nah,
yeah, you on drugs.
I can hear the bald eagle right now, motherfucker.
Yeah, like, I mean that's just my thing. Okay, like, if you
But
were against that, then like,
but but you tell me that some country some country on the Slavic bloc who's had a long complicated history with this country, and suddenly everyone knows where this country is, who this country is, all about their quote unquote long-term struggle, and yeah, nah, bro, get the fuck out of here.
yeah, like I'm not saying they can't defend themselves.
They can absolutely defend themselves, but
I'm just saying, yeah, like, yeah,
us getting
exactly,
involved,
like American involvement in this. Like,
fuck no.
these are our weapons they're using. Obviously, we'd be pissed off if you know somebody was using weapons that the Russians supplied. I mean, it's just not you know. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. And then there's a lot of people who are really gung ho about it all too. Like,
Yeah, like there, there's people who aren't even Slavic and they're flying Ukraine flags. Like,
The
who
Ukraine
are you?
flag, the Palestinian flag, the Israel flag. It just. What are you doing? Like,
There's only one. There's if you like. I'm sorry. This is controversial. But if you live here, I believe you should only have the right to fly up to 3 flags, right? 3 flags. And there should only be one of them at the top, and that is the U.S.'s flag. I believe that you are absolutely have a
USA.
right. You have the right to fly the flag of something, of your home country if you come from somewhere else.
Hmm.
You should absolutely proudly fly that flag and show your heritage. And I also believe that you should be able to fly a flag in a message, in something that you believe in,
The
like a don't
Philadelphia
tread on.
Eagles. The
Yeah, yeah,
Philadelphia
exactly,
Eagles.
exactly. A Philadelphia Eagles or like a don't tread on me, something like that, like a message. However, flying another country's flag and calling it a message, like, no. I absolutely disagree with that, especially when, not only, no offense, you are absolutely white as a cracker, and even if you're not is the case, you have no like, if I asked you a question about this involvement, I guarantee you everything I'm gonna hear from your mouth, you pulled up from a CNN article 5 minutes ago.
That's the thing. Yeah, like I feel like this is This is a lot
So
more
believe that.
complicated than social media than like a lot of these people are trying to.
No, it's a societal issue.
Yeah.
I think the people who stand for all the free Palestine and all that crap is I I don't even think they really care. They just want to be part of something.
That's
Like
what
that.
I think.
It's that
Well,
it's that sense
well,
of like a community.
here's another opinion I have, right? And this is why I'm very careful to speak out on, like, where I place my support in war and I don't. Is because if I truly believe that if you are like, oh yeah, we need to save Palestine, go enlist, motherfucker.
That's the thing. Yeah, like me, I'm,
You
I'm
don't you're so anti-draft and shit. Go enlist.
I'm
It's weird
always
that people are adamant about Palestine in regards to as if they know what's happening to the point of like they live in America, so like the way they talk about it is as if they're living there. Or if
yeah.
they give it to them. I'm not saying I don't care, but it's hard for me to put myself in any other perspective than where I live because it's just that's how I'm a visual, like I have to be there to truly understand. It's like you could tell me in written word and like show me footage, but even then I'm still in America. I'm not like I care, but like my day to day is more important, sadly, than what's happening there. And that should be true for any individual person, I'm assuming. I could be wrong. I don't know how you feel about that. But your day, like you yourself, your day to day, you're gonna
Yeah,
care
like
about
we
that
don't have
more, of
any
course.
involvement. Like the average American doesn't have any stake in this
Yeah,
war. We don't have.
and I'm not. It's not good or bad. I'm just that's just the realism of like how it is. That's just-
Yeah, Israel's not bombing us. Palestine isn't bombing us.
yeah, and yet these people act like we're as if
I
they're
feel
over
like
there.
yeah, I feel like the word genocide has been tossed around a bit too
They
much.
don't. Yeah, I think they forget what a genocide is.
When I think of genocide, I think of like the Holocaust. I think of like
I think of remember in school that was the 8 steps of genocide.
I feel like these people. I mean, I'm not saying it's good, but like I'm not.
Well,
It's not good at all. It's terrible.
when
But
I think of genocide, I think of like obviously the Holocaust. I think of what we did to the natives of this
yeah, I
land.
think of an entire system, right? A system rigged into a giant killing machine.
Yeah, system-wide.
I mean honestly,
Well,
I'd even go as far as to say like Reagan war on drugs almost
I
was
thought like
not a genocide, but almost like a just outright cry against minorities in this country.
I
Yeah,
thought it was
I
like
wouldn't
more
call
of
it genocide, but it was a direction that wasn't good.
like didn't they like massacre a bunch of like there was like a religious cleansing in China? How like they were just killing like they somehow could yeah like stuff like that.
Or all
But
the Mongolian stuff were down,
yeah,
with Genghis Khan.
I don't think like I think I don't know. I just think this stuff is I think
Usually genocide is a
I mean
wiping of
it.
people.
Here's the thing, like the genocide, it kind of it fits the description, but like it's like saying like a paper cut is an injury, right?
Yeah,
It's an injury, but
Yeah.
come on, there's like when we think of injuries, we think of like something, like you snapped your leg in half or something.
Wow. That's true. the yeah, I guess it is crazy that they throw around the word because all those free Palestine people are their whole message is like there's a genocide over there. Israel's they're murdering everyone. I'm like if that I don't, like how could they think that's the case? They're wiping out every single person. I think that would be the news if that was like the actual news if that was the case. I don't know where they're getting that message of actual genocide over there
Well, actually, the
to
Europeans
that point.
are the news outlets are calling it a genocide, and there's even
I know, but
they went as far as there's like a arrest warrant for Netanyahu.
don't get me wrong. What I mean, he's not. From what I hear, like I mean, a lot of people don't like his way of going about stuff,
I think
but
these are war
I
crime
don't.
charges more
But I
than
don't think he's trying to enact genocide, though. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm
okay.
not.
Well,
I don't
I'm not even
understand.
trying to say like it doesn't matter if you're trying. I think if a genocide happens, it's a genocide regardless of intent.
Well, I meant,
But
um,
I
as of
think this
right
is
now,
just
I
a
don't see
casualty
what's
of war.
happened. Yeah, yeah, I don't see what's happening as a actual genocide. Like, unless, like, they're not. It is complicated, but
I mean, like people also
Yep.
tossing genocide around with the Ukraine war.
Yeah, but that's not genocide either. That's just war. That's just
That's
going
what I'm
back.
saying is war.
That's a back and forth. That's not a like.
Again, like when I
There's a
think
big difference.
there's like a system, right?
I mean,
Like
yeah,
there's some sort of
like
system.
like here's I feel like the big general misconception of what is just war and what is actually genocide is it's exactly what you said, but what people fail to understand is in war you're always gonna have a lot of losses on a certain groups or a certain ethnic group,
Oh, yeah.
like
That can happen.
there's always going to be a certain portion of the population that has a mass decline. But what contextualizes a genocide versus just normal war is usually usually in the context of genocide is these two groups at one point or another were either living in peace or had some type of agreement, or if they were at conflict, if they were at conflict, they had a steady loss on both sides, and then suddenly one group or the other puts a system in place, and you start seeing a decline go from like the thousands to millions
Yeah.
in the span of a short span of time.
Yeah,
It's
I
very
think like
simple to understand, man. It's very.
I think it's like
If
a
you understand
simple
what a
system
genocide
where
is,
like you kill like a large mass of people, especially like just regular
yeah, it's
civilians.
targeted.
Um,
Yeah, it's not just the people fighting. It's the actual people, no matter who they are, there.
and yeah,
I
people
mean,
are dying, but like I don't think it's like it's not
you know
like
that's
they're sending them off to concentrate. I don't know. I think
yeah. It's not yeah. It's not a system-wide effort to actually eradicate
I
one
don't
type.
think it's like
The
an
type.
actual. I mean, unless like that's specifically just systemic systemic genocide. That's like its own thing. But
And yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think they just toss that word around too much. It's like, I don't know.
Well, that's a good note to end off.
Yeah, actually,
3 hours.
yeah, we're at the 2 hour, 50 minute.
Oh, okay. Anything else, or are we good?
I think we're good. I think we're
Okay.
good. You guys want to end it
Cool.
there?
I'm good.
Learn what genocide is, people.
Oh, God.
And it's up to you if you want to enact it.
Bro.
Now that's where we got it.
Okay, yo, alright.